maybe we can find somebody that is.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, Pete Weber. Pete Weber, 14 years ago yesterday, won the 2012 U.S. Open of bowling and was very, very impressed with himself. Remember this?
Strike to claim it. A strike to claim it.
It's the only time we paid attention to bowling.
Who do you think you are? I am.
Pete Weber.
Oh, yeah.
You think he'd be a
Power
good match
couple.
for Kim Mulkey?
Yes,
Power couple.
Power couple. Pete Weber, Kim Mulkey.
You got competition, Bart.
Yeah.
No, he's free. He's free to
I don't
win.
think I'm going to be able to get that image out of my mind all day. Kim Mulkey chasing Bart around the house. Oh, my God. That is brutal. Stomach turning.
The Chuck and Bo Show on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
I would argue that sometimes a Big Mac is like,
Hey,
that's
when-
gourmet, man.
hey,
I'll take it.
When
Like,
you're hungry, it's
yeah.
not bad.
If you made me pick a meal, like, hey, you could have anything. Like, if I was dying tomorrow, if I'm going to the, electric chair, I'm probably gonna have a Big Mac.
Are you
serious?
Not a chance.
Tell me something that's better.
You don't go to the electric chair every day. I mean, you just don't. I mean, it calls for a Big Mac. I mean, it
Chuck
really.
and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night, love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
At my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "What's heard on the Chuck and Bo Show?"
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still happy.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
I was just reading the Whole Hog Sports account of the NBA Combine yesterday. I didn't know it was on TV. Maybe you guys knew. Did you guys know the NBA Combine was on television? Any idea?
I've seen that in past years, but
Yeah.
I've never tuned in.
Yeah, I haven't either. Did you know it was on, Bart?
I know that they have coverage.
Yeah.
I don't know that like.
Have you
they're
ever
show-
watched?
No,
I haven't either.
I haven't.
I mean, I got to be honest, cone drills don't do it for me.
Yeah.
But they're doing this scrimmage, they do the scrimmaging. And that part probably would be entertaining. I know people that watched it yesterday. Acuff's not scrimmaging and Malik Thomas is not scrimmaging, but Billy Richmond is and Trevin Brazil is. I guess Billy Richmond's about to work himself into he's got a decision to make. I got to be honest. Halfway through the season, if someone had said Billy Richmond's going to get drafted, I would say maybe not this year. Maybe next year. Probably not this year. But now, we got to the last, 2 or 3 weeks of the season, and it was obvious that he was playing his way into the conversation. Now, that's different than playing your way into the draft. It just means you're playing your way into the conversation. And then all of a sudden, it's like, Billy's showing out. I mean, I'm reading accounts here of a step-back 3 over Ruben Chenyalu. I mean,
Where was that in
who is
February,
this
man?
guy? We could have used that in Gainesville. I find myself, and this is just something we're going to have to get used to again. I find myself on one hand, selfishly, hoping that these guys come back, but at the same time, they're all good guys. And I know they want to play in the NBA. That's what they've wanted to do since, they started playing basketball in the park, was they wanted to go to the NBA. And so now they have that opportunity perhaps. And you got to be happy for them. I mean, you have to be happy for them. At least I think you do. And we got a lot of stuff, a lot of sound, a lot of things we're going to get into about the NBA Combine coming up in just a little bit. Glad you're here. It's a beautiful morning outside. Don't you guys think so?
It is.
It's
It is-
lovely.
it's
here.
very
I had
nice.
the sunroof open.
I did
on the
too.
way, on the
I
way
did
in.
too.
Yeah.
Music blaring. I
Mhm.
mean, it was
yeah.
fantastic. It was a great morning. Good morning, Riley. How are you today?
Doing good. Doing
Riley's
good.
quiet over there in the corner.
Yeah.
She came in this morning talking about her trivia night last night.
Yeah. Now
didn't
you
go
did
well.
trivia last
There's
night.
a lot
Yes,
of
I did.
problems, I guess.
Yeah.
Is this like at a public place? You guys get together and like do trivia, bar trivia, things like that? Is that how it works?
It's at the JJ's.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, my friends and I go.
All right. And is there like what was is this just like general knowledge trivia?
No, they
specialized?
They have a theme every single week, and yesterday's was Harry Potter, which I'm a very big fan of. So,
I'd have gone over. I'm just gonna lie to you. Or not gonna lie to you. I'd have gone over. I'd have gone over. But you,
That's okay.
I was frustrated because a lot of the answers to the questions were wrong,
yeah.
and I know Harry Potter like the back of my hand, so I know that they were wrong, and it was very
Yeah.
frustrating because I lost because the answers were incorrect.
It's always tough when you're smarter than the trivia machine.
Yeah.
I mean, that's always been
It's like
one of the-
story of Bart's life.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, look, your mind's filled with all this otherwise non-valuable information. Trivia night's your night.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the night you get to shine. And
That
then
is
they,
They ruined it.
They ruined it for you. They ruined your moment, Riley. And I'm sorry about that.
I appreciate it.
Now, if you are watching the program on YouTube, home in on
You're about to see a couple things you've never seen before.
well, you're
Wow.
about
One is me.
I was going to say, I've seen a lot of things in my day, Edward. I'm just going to tell you.
list is short.
Yeah,
The
I've
list is short.
awakened in some places. That, there's some strange things going on. At any rate, yesterday the program ends, and I walk out, and someone says, "Hey, Chuck."
In the parking lot.
As in the parking
that's
lot,
always,
as
concerning.
they're getting out of their pickup. And I'm thinking, am I getting ready to get shot? that was the first thing I was thinking. Is somebody getting ready to shoot me? And
This is it.
and it was in fact one of the kindest gestures that's happened at least this week. Edward tried to get the Vahiva Aloy bobblehead doll Saturday. We told the story. We've told it during the week. Edward finally, Hannah just said, "Don't come home without one." And so Edward was tasked with getting one. And lo and behold, a listener brought one, and you have a
listener brought one.
Vahiva
You ready
Aloy
for
bobblehead.
the grand reveal?
Yes.
There it is.
Yes.
Right there.
That is it.
Vahiva
About
Aloy.
that.
Would you like to read the message?
Oh, yeah.
It says, "For Edward, thank you for putting up with Chuck and Bo on a daily basis."
Yeah.
Signed, the Staggs family.
Well, that was very nice.
How about
of the
that?
Staggs family.
Staggs family.
That was very, very
A
nice.
free. They didn't even. I asked, "What do I owe you?" They said,
Yeah.
"No, nothing."
Yeah.
I mean, I would just say
That's better than that $300 deal you were about to buy into.
No, I was never about to buy.
I
nothing.
don't know. I don't know.
But just a real act of kindness. My faith in humanity, at least for the moment, is
Yeah.
restored.
Well, that's good. And so I guess you took it home last night and everybody was thrilled.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a celebration.
Yeah.
Got off the couch for the first time in 5
Yeah,
days.
go back to the
There we
bedroom.
go.
the
Child,
time
the
since
child
Saturday.
finally rested.
Yeah. Well,
It was peace.
peace was restored
Peace
in
was
Edward's
restored.
house.
Faith in humanity
last
restored.
night. Well, that's good.
Take that, scalpers.
That's yes, exactly.
Take that.
That well, it just goes to show you, Edward, that at the end of the day, and let this be a lesson. Good always wins.
That's right.
I mean, good always wins.
That's right.
Evil may temporarily move ahead.
Yeah. Sure.
But good always triumphs in the end.
yes, it always prevails.
Yeah, you just I'll keep repeating that.
And how about just our listening audience?
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Well, it's
what
ju- it's
an
just the
incredible
decency of
family we have.
And I don't know if you guys know this, and it's coincidence, I think. Maybe not. It is National Decency Day.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine, having that happen yesterday on the eve of National Decency Day?
National Decency Day
Decency
Eve.
Day Eve. That happened right outside our studio. I'm
It's
telling
almost
you,
serendipitous.
you can't make this stuff
No,
up. I
you
mean,
really can't. You really
I mean,
can't.
You really can't.
No.
All right. I was in Little Rock last night for the All In Road
How was
show.
that?
That's still the capital city. And I had an opportunity to go down there. It was fun. Hey, we had a great gathering. It was a good time. Going to be in Jonesboro tonight, and then in Frisco on Monday night for the All-In Road Show. So I did not have a chance to listen to all these sound bites that Edward has put together while you were sleeping. And by you, I mean everybody listening to this program. While you were sleeping, Edward was up making sure the Vahiva Lloyd bobblehead doll was in good shape, but he was also pulling sound bites from the NBA Combine yesterday. I've not heard a lot of these, but I can tell as I look across the room, they're good.
There's a few.
They're
There's a
good,
few.
solid sound bites,
Yes.
too, it looks like. What's the first one we're going to hear?
So a lot of them, pretty much all of them, are focused on Darius Acuff's defense. It's
Yeah.
what everybody, including Trevin Brazil and others, were asked about. But I want to
Gotta
start.
find the dark cloud.
I wanna
Everybody's
start-
looking
yeah.
for the dark cloud.
Yeah, I don't want to start there. I want to start with Darius talking about what he brings to whatever NBA team drafts him.
All right.
Definitely a superstar point guard, for sure. Just bring a lot of excitement to any city I go to, and just bring a lot of excitement straight from day one.
The word superstar, like, what does that look like to you? What does that mean to you?
A lot of accolades, for sure, but just being on a winning team starts with the point guard. So any city I go to, I just want to win.
That was a great follow-up question. I mean, it really was. When the guy says, what does superstar mean to you?
It was.
That is a great follow-up question because, when a guy says, I want to be a superstar, well, what exactly does that mean? Darius gave her, and look, I'm just hearing this, as we say in the business, raw and
Yes.
unedited. These are my initial thoughts. Being a superstar encompasses a lot of things. It's not just about going out and hooping and winning games. Now, that's a big part of it. And you can't be a superstar in basketball without that. But if you're going to be a superstar, and all these guys are going to learn this, Acuff, the whole deal, you've got to bring the package. Darius has been not given. He has earned the deal with Reebok. And I'm sure it's a very lucrative deal. It could be the first of many. And I'm not just talking about with shoe companies. Everybody that plays basketball or plays sports, the ultimate is to get a shoe deal. I'm going to get a shoe deal, and I'm going to have a shoe named after me. I guarantee you Shaq makes a lot more money off things other than shoes. Michael Jordan's vast wealth. Those shoes have a lot to do with it. There's no question about it. But he also got into a whole lot of other things. He endorsed a whole lot of other products. And, when you talk about being a superstar, just because you win an NBA championship doesn't necessarily make you a superstar, even if you're the best player on the team. Now, in terms of your basketball community, you may be the guy. I mean, you're the man. You are a superstar. But if you're going to really capitalize on everything, all those off the floor factors are going to come into play. The thing that Darius has going for him is I think he is sincere in what he says. I don't think he's one of these guys that just gets on there and BS's everybody and says what he thinks a player's supposed to say. A lot of those guys, when they get behind or in front of the camera or whatever, in front of a microphone, they're just repeating what they've heard others say. It's almost like a template. What they say. Darius is pretty sincere in what he says, and I think he's got a chance to be that superstar that he talks about. There's no question that whoever takes this guy is getting a player that's going to have an impact. Folks talk about who's NBA ready and who's not NBA ready. The truth is, I don't know. Well, I'm certain I'm not the best one to judge, and I don't know how easy it is for anybody to really look and say that guy's NBA ready. He may have all the skills and everything like that, but you're not into the games yet, and so you don't really know. But I do think Acuff has that type of ability. The question now is about Thomas. Questions are about Billy Richmond. We know Trevin Brazil is not coming back, but sounds like Trevin's doing pretty well, and hope he has an opportunity to continue his basketball career in the NBA too. All right, we're just getting underway. 877-377-6963. That's the number that'll get you into the program. It's 6:15. This is the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
Derek, you're on the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
How about them hogs, gentlemen?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Life is better with community banking from First Security, where personal connections make a difference every day. Families get bankers who know their names, know their needs, and love to help. Businesses work with responsive lenders who make fast local decisions that help build success. And communities thrive with First Security because our team is rooted here too. Choose the power of personal. First Security. Bank better. FSbank.com, member FDIC.
If you've been settling for a light beer that just doesn't quite do it, it's time to try Flight by Yuengling. With nearly 200 years of tradition behind every sip and only 95 calories and 2.6 carbs in every can. Whether you're golfing, at a tailgate, or just hanging out in the backyard with friends, Flight delivers real beer flavor without the extra calories. Light beer and a full beer taste. That's something you don't have to apologize for. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. Hey, it's Bo, and what if home meant waking up to bent grass fairways, mountain views, and a community that actually feels like one? Big Creek Golf and Country Club in Mountain Home, Arkansas has just released brand new home sites right on the golf course. The first new construction in 20 years. These are premium properties in a safe, welcoming community surrounded by the natural beauty of the Ozarks at a price that might surprise you. Go big and go home. Visit BigCreekGolf.com today. That's BigCreekGolf.com.
I know this is an audio medium, and I shouldn't just shake my head, but words fail me.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Customer service is a buzzword. People just throw it out there. What is it to you?
Showing up when you say you're going to show up, returning phone calls, providing the service that you promised to provide. Because, I mean, if we're all asking to get paid for what we're doing, we need to do what we're getting paid for. And do it with a good attitude and being responsible, not only responsible to show up, but responsible to the relationship.
A relationship you can count on from Clay Maxey and the folks at Teamwork Roofing and Construction. TeamworkBuilt.com. Built on quality, powered by teamwork. You know, fine jewelry is about more than just a beautiful piece. It's about the experience of finding it. I did that with Blakeman's. They are the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks. Blakeman's has been Northwest Arkansas's trusted destination for exceptional jewelry, providing our community with over 35 years of personalized service, world-class diamonds, and crafted custom pieces. Discover the difference of a true luxury experience at Blakeman's Fine Jewelry in Rogers. Blakeman's, where Arkansas gets engaged.
For over 20 years, ProLand Title has been making title insurance easy for Arkansas families. Founded right here in Arkansas with over 45 offices statewide, our team of title insurance veterans will work alongside you every step of the way. They're independently owned, so their only priority is you. ProLand Title can say yes when others can't. Cheer for the pigs, close with the pros. Visit ProLandTitle.com to get a quote today.
Imagine raising your family somewhere safe, welcoming, and genuinely beautiful, where the kids have room to roam, the neighbors know your name, and the weekends are spent on the golf course, the lake, or the trails. That's Big Creek Golf and Country Club in Mountain Home, Arkansas, a vibrant community with year-round events for all ages, world-class outdoor recreation, and brand new home sites now available for families ready to put down roots. Small town, big life. Visit BigCreekGolf.com today and get more info.
Never miss a moment of the show thanks to the Chuck and Bo Show on Demand, driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Stream the podcast version of the show on Spotify or Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show. I will confess, I've reached the point in my life when my main goal every day is to get home. So once I'm there, it's going to take quite a bit to get me back out.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
6:20. Bo's still on his honeymoon. It's like an endless honeymoon. I mean, the rest of Bo's life's going to be one long honeymoon. And
is he ever coming back?
I don't. I don't know. I mean, you guys are the ones that like keep up with the social media stuff. I haven't heard a peep.
Yeah.
Out of either one of them. I mean, I have no idea what's going on.
I'm beginning to lose faith.
Are you really?
I
think it's going to happen?
I think he's just going to stay in Mexico, never come back.
See, sometimes when people go off on these, like, big, when you have a big deal, like a honeymoon, or I'm going to go find myself on vacation or something. I mean, they don't come back. Don't come back.
A soul-searching
journey.
Yeah,
if you go on a soul-searching journey, maybe that's the term I was looking for. Sometimes people just don't come back, or if they do, you wish they'd leave again. But we'll look forward to Bo coming back, and I hope they're having a great time. I didn't think about this until yesterday, and I want to get back to some of this combine stuff in a minute. But the SEC meetings are coming up. Memorial Day comes before the very end of the month. There are the better part of a week comes after Memorial Day this year. So
I think a whole week.
Yeah, pretty much the entire week. And so what happens is the SEC meetings are held down in Sandestin, and they'll begin to gather on Memorial Day. And then the actual meetings will start, mid-morning Tuesday, whenever those guys get around.
Yeah, whenever.
And,
you get around to it.
Memorial Day down on the beach, kind of a big day. Everything starts slow the next day. But I've got to believe, in all seriousness, the playoff is, I don't know if it's going to be at the top of their list, but it's going to be at the top of everybody else's list. And it's going to be one of the things that everybody wants to talk about. I am noticing, and I want to get your take on this, Bart. I noticed yesterday where the ACC commissioner said that he was in favor of the 2014 playoff. Now, the Big Ten, it's their baby. So we know where they stand. Is the Pac-12 or is the Big 12?
They're leaning 24 teams as well.
All right. So basically,
Sankey's on an island.
Yes, that's what I'm driving at. Is the whole world ganging up on the SEC, or what's going on?
I did see a report yesterday, and I wish I could remember who had this report. But essentially, the top executives at ESPN are aligned with Greg Sankey. They want a 16-team playoff. ESPN does not want a 24-team playoff.
Well, then there's not going to be one.
So it's Sankey and ESPN versus Tony Petitti and I guess now the ACC and Big 12 commissioners. So we'll see what ultimately happens. I have to believe that if ESPN wants a 16-team playoff, it's going to be a 16-team playoff.
Why do they not want it to be 24?
I didn't see the reason. Any reasoning.
Because there's not that much money in it. Maybe
my guess is that there's not a lot more money in it, and that it dilutes some of they might see it as diluting some of the inventory they already have. The other thing to watch in all of this is the idea that the Broadcasting Rights Act could be amended to allow a pooling of media rights for college football. And if that happens, that changes everything. That changes the whole dynamic of this entire conversation.
So what you're saying is at that point, the postseason becomes more than just what ESPN wants.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly. I think we have what Jim Phillips said.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let's play that.
We spent a lot of time on this, and I had some thoughts coming into the week about my position on the playoff, but it was important to hear from the coaches and the ADs, their thoughts, and there's alignment there. And at the end of the day, we have a playoff. It's grown from 2 to 4 to 12, but we still have a playoff that does not provide access to all of those that I think a lot of us feel could genuinely win a national championship.
Okay. I don't know if I agree with that part. I mean, it seems like right now the teams that have a legitimate opportunity to win the national championship are being granted access to the playoff.
By and large, I think Notre Dame probably had a legitimate complaint last year, and I think that's who Jim Phillips was alluding to there.
Oh, I'm sure.
But look, of course the coaches want a 24-team playoff. They want an extra opportunity to get into the playoff and make some more money. That's what's in it for them. Of course they want a 24-team playoff. But are they the ones that we should be listening to? Maybe so. Maybe so. But also maybe not. My concern is that if the playoff goes to 24 teams, that it's going to damage the product, and it's not really what anybody wants. Just like the basketball tournament.
Well, see, I'm not sure on this. And in fact, I want to hear some people's thoughts on this morning. My sense is, and I may be dead wrong, but a lot of fans out there, I might even go so far as to say the average fan, average college fan, I don't think they're particularly bothered by either the NCAA basketball tournament or the college football playoff expanding. But I do think that when it comes to college football, we'll watch as much as we can watch. And if it goes to 24 teams, I guess what I'm driving at, I think if you did a poll, the majority would say I'm good with that. Basketball, I don't know. It doesn't sound like that ESPN feels like that, they can monetize this in a major way or they'd be for it. At least, yeah. I mean, I may be dumb on this. I may not understand.
No, I don't
in fact, there's pretty good likelihood of that. But I'm still a little bit baffled as to why ESPN and the SEC are just kind of like standing alone over here, and all these other, I say all these other, there aren't that many anymore, but the other major conferences are lining up against them.
So here is the big sticking point right here.
All right.
According to a report, ESPN currently holds exclusive rights for the college football playoff up to 14 teams.
Oh, okay.
An expansion to 24 teams would likely mean additional games go to the open market, reducing ESPN's control, while a 12 to 16 model maintains their or competitors like TNT, who they're partnered with for the opening round of the playoff at least, an exclusive hold. So that's there you have it right there, folks. It's Greg Sankey and ESPN versus the world. And I have to imagine that with that information, that is a losing battle.
Well, I mean, it might be. I mean, I happen to think 24 teams is way too many. I mean, if you held a gun to my head, I'd tell you 16's too many. I think 24's, being ranked in the top 25 shouldn't get you into the playoff. Not if you're ranked 20th. But I know it's coming, and I'm not going to be a hypocrite and tell you that I won't be watching, because if I can, I will. All right, so we move through the show today. Softball team opens the regional tomorrow. Everybody in Fayetteville talking about it. Everybody around the state talking about it. Carly Davison's going to join us. Razorback infielder. She'll join us at 7:30. And then at 8:30, Kendall Rogers from D1 Baseball is going to join us. Razorbacks open a series at Kentucky this evening. 5:30 our time is when it'll start tonight. The Razorbacks, they're going to go straight to Hoover from Lexington. The conference tournament's next week. So they're about to stay on the road, kind of like the basketball team did when they were playing in March. So 3 games at Lexington, then on to the conference tournament, and we'll talk about that as we move through the show, too. It's already to the bottom of the 6 o'clock hour. 877-377-6963. This is the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
We got wackos, people. There are wackos everywhere.
I call them our babes. I mean, you call them wackos as well.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Looking for tough, reliable equipment from folks who feel like neighbors? WT Equipment is a local, family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. They're Big Hog fans, just like you, and they're always ready to help you find the right equipment for your job. WT Equipment carries the brands you trust to get the work done right. Whether you need equipment, implements, or powerful Bobcat machines, the friendly team at WT Equipment is ready to help. Visit WTEquip.com. Great people, great prices, and plenty to pick from. You get it all at Fayetteville Auto Park. Acuras, Chevys, Hondas, Toyotas, even a collision center, all at one location. Shop new, used, and certified pre-owned. Plus, Fayetteville Auto Park has hundreds of new and pre-owned automobiles with big discounts starting at under $30,000. Shop our complete selection online at FayettevilleAutopark.com. That's FayettevilleAutopark.com. I know this is an audio medium, and I shouldn't just shake my head, but words fail me.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
For every million people, we've got 2 NFL players.
Yeah, that's really bad. Among the worst in the country.
It'd be something to speak at to an elementary class about doing whatever you want. Hey, listen.
We've got, what, 310 million people in
You could be
Arkansas?
one of the 6.
310.
You want to be one of the 6? Get started today. Push-ups. Let's go.
That's about right.
Meanwhile, Mississippi, a state with a smaller population than Arkansas, has about 14 NFL players per million people. So dug into the numbers
Less
a little
competition in Arkansas if you want to grow up an NFL player.
Yeah. In the 1970s, Arkansas produced 42 NFL players. In the 1980s, 44. In the 1990s, 33. In the 2000s, 32. In the 2010s, 27. And so far in this decade, which is more than half over, 12. That's the ball game right there.
Sports are part of a small town's identity, not just in Arkansas, but throughout the South, throughout our country. When you lose that, your town loses an identity, and over time you lose hope. And I realize I'm getting in some areas people don't like getting into, and I'll live with that. But I've just watched it, and it is a byproduct. And I'm going to tell you something Ryan Silverfield's doing that I like. I like the fact that he's signing in-state kids. I don't know if they're any better than the out-of-state kids. I have no idea. We'll find out when they get here. But I think it's important for high school football players in our state to feel like they can come play for the Razorbacks. I think that's important. I think it's important for towns to see that. It's part of their identity. It's part of who they are. And you never know when one of them is going to produce the next Traylon Burks or somebody like that, or Darren McFadden or someone. But you got to put yourself in a position to get those kids and to have them out there in the first place.
I appreciate you saying all that. There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at Macadoodles or at Guess Who in Bentonville. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Roger and the team are always there to help.
I love it. I've been doing this for 53 years, and one of the things I love most about it is our customers. Part of what makes me love the retail business is just the interaction with my customers.
Macadoodle, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When you're looking for tough, reliable equipment for people you trust, WT Equipment delivers. WT Equipment is a local, family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas, and they've built their reputation by carrying the brands you know and depend on. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, and Steel, they have the equipment and implements to get the job done right. Whether you're tackling a big job or everyday work, WT Equipment offers a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance, including compact track loaders, skid steers, excavators, and more. Their lots are packed and ready to move with special deals you don't want to miss. Bobcat is the industry leader, tough, reliable, and built to handle any job you throw at. Nobody does light construction or hay and forage better than WT Equipment. Backed by trusted service and support long after the sale. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment location today or log on to WTEquip.com. Tools you trust and people you know. The Chuck and Bo Show on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show. Arthur is in Vermont. Hogs play tonight. Arthur, good morning.
Good morning. I'm owning the day, but I can't really say I'm happy about it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
6:35. I heard Arthur's voice there, and I thought, well, what day is today? Today's Thursday, so Arthur will be with us tomorrow. In fact, by this time tomorrow, just let this sink in a minute. By this time tomorrow, we will have we'll either be in mid-conversation with Arthur or we will have just ended our conversation with Arthur.
God willing.
Feeling a lot better about the world. So yeah, that's exactly right. That's fair. We don't really need to assume anything at this point. Hey, now I do know this. You can do some assuming when it comes to Teamwork Roofing. You can do some assuming because their track record tells you that they're going to do the job right. At Teamwork Roofing and Construction, they are proud, and they should be proud. They're a premier certified contractor for both Malarkey Shingles and McElroy Metal Systems. Now, we've talked about how all roofs are not installed the same. But here's what you may not know. All roofs are actually not paid for the same. Now, follow me here. Teamwork's just made it a lot easier to upgrade your roof. They're now offering financing options like 0 down, 0% for 12 months, or low fixed payments over time, and no payments at all for 60 days. If you need help with your deductible, if the insurance company said no, or if you're just ready for a big upgrade to the exterior of your home, you don't have to wait. You can contact Teamwork Roofing today, teamworkroofing.com. All right, NBA Combine. I know that, when you have a player like Darius Acuff, everyone wants to try to find the one hole in their game. When you're a great player and everyone's saying nothing but good things about you, there's got to be the one guy over there, but he doesn't really move his feet very well. You see him on that shuttle drill? He didn't really try on defense. There's always that guy. And I'm sure there's more than one of them. And the reason I say that is that's all they're talking about with Acuff. I say all, but it seemed to be a focus yesterday. You've got that stuff over there, Ed. Well, what's the big deal?
That is the topic of conversation.
What's the big deal?
I don't get it. You watch him play offensively and the amount of effort he's giving every night, and like he said, he wants to win, and that's what he did.
How many of these
He's
guys?
a winning player.
How many of these guys are dogs on defense as college players? That kid from Kansas, what's his name? Peterson?
Darren Peterson.
Is he a dog?
He's not getting asked about
but my point is like Darius Acuff.
No, he's not a dog.
Yeah.
That's the answer you're looking for.
Darius Acuff's not going to be a lottery pick because he's a dog on the defensive end. Now, that can obviously raise your stock.
Sure.
If you were a lottery pick before, it might make you even, higher in the pecking order. But at any rate, what do you?
This is Darius talking about the concerns defensively.
All right.
Definitely a defensive end for sure. I think everybody knows that. I think I got to take more pride in it, put more effort into it, be more focused on that side of the ball, so I not only play but stay on the court when I'm on there. So I think definitely that side of the ball, and just I think I'm already more of a vocal leader, but just picking up that point because you got a lot of vets on your team in the NBA. So.
Well, he obviously knows that. He said something there about staying on the court. Your defense is what ultimately will, all things being equal, let you stay on the floor. If your guys lighten you up.
If you're on a good team, it will.
Yeah, well, fair enough. But even then, if some guys lighten you up, a lot of times that'll get you to the bench in a hurry. What else you got over there?
This is another clip from Darius, basically saying he doesn't care what people are saying about his defense.
All right.
Be honest with you, I don't really care.
There you go.
I think, I kind of knew what it was already. However, people gonna always have an opinion no matter what. I just kind of stay how I feel about the game. If people got an opinion, I don't really got that's their opinion on me. I don't really got nothing to say to it. I just play every game. I know I want to play defense, so I just, I don't really respond to it. I'm just trying to do whatever I need for my team, and I do feel like I need to pick up my defense, so I'm gonna do it.
And then there's poor old Trevin Brazile. All he's trying to do is get drafted. He's, they got scrimmages going on. He's out there busting his butt. He's playing well. It's time for him to talk at the meeting. What's the first thing they ask him? Well, what about Darius's defense?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Here's what he had to say.
He can defend, and he's a guy that's willing to get better every day. He's a guy that's always asking questions. Shane Coleman was our defensive coach. He was always in his ear, getting things from him. So he's going to get better as it goes. He's still young. So
Trevin Brazile, golly, playing scrimmages, and hey, let me ask you about Darius Acuff.
I want to say something about Acuff and his
Say it.
defense.
Say it.
The way Arkansas had to play this year and the way they had to rely on Darius to score and do everything on offense, his defense wasn't going to be outstanding. They hit him on defense to give him time to rest, to give him the chance to catch his breath a little bit on that end of the floor so he could do the things that he did offensively. That's not going to be the case at the NBA level. He's not going to have to do everything. He's going to be out there with 4 other professional basketball players. I just think it's ridiculous. Just look at how he measured out at the combine and how big his wingspan is and how tall he actually is. His measurables compare really favorably to other great NBA guards. I think it's a load of crap. Is Darius the best defensive player in the world in the history of the sport? No, but he doesn't have to be. He just has to be adequate, good defensively, and he is. And think about the number of games where he had a couple of really big time steals that led to easy dunks or easy transition buckets or and ones on the other end. Acuff can play defense. The film isn't kind to him because of the way Arkansas played last year. It's very simple, and it does not take some sort of veteran basketball mind to understand that. It just doesn't. It does not take...
You should go to the combine. Really, you should.
These guys don't know what the hell they're talking about. They just don't.
Bart Pullman, NBA combine. I think it'd be perfect.
What are we talking about?
Somebody's got to break through all the, as you say, load of crap. Somebody's got to be able to maneuver through all that.
Maneuver through the manure?
Yeah, those sound bites were good. They were good. But the person, I'm going to be honest, person I really wanted to hear from was Malik Thomas. And he gave one short comment that I don't even think was recorded for posterity. They asked him about, he also did not have a specific selection range where it would, that he'd have to be selected to remain in the draft. This is according to Whole Hog Sports. This is Malik's quote. I would just say TBD. That was a quote. To be determined, in case you guys don't know. But yeah,
I got that one.
Yeah, it's just
thank you, Chuck.
Service I provide. But with every day that passes, and he's not playing in the scrimmages, and with every day that passes, I just begin to wonder a little bit more: is this decision not already made? Whole Hog Sports cited, I think this was originally an On3 story maybe, and it's kind of been picked up by some others in various forms, but there were 28 players last year at the NBA Combine that opted not to take part in the scrimmages. And you don't have to. It's up to you. Players like Richmond and Brazile need to. Player like Acuff doesn't. Malik didn't feel like he needed to. Of the 28 players last year that opted out of the scrimmages, only 2 went back to college. The others basically had their mind made up, or they had been assured they were going to be taken in a certain spot by a certain team, and so they didn't feel the need to take part in the combine. Now, whether or not, or the scrimmages rather. Now, whether or not it plays out that way for Malik, I don't know. But he obviously, at least it seems like, feels as though whatever his status is, it's pretty firmly cemented right now among at least enough NBA teams to feel like he doesn't need to go through the scrimmages. That's my take anyway.
Yeah, I think you're spot on.
All right. Well, that's all I wanted to hear. All right, before we go to a break, Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes. That's what they do. And, really, whether you're a buyer or a seller, they are the ones that you want on your side of the table. If you are buying a home, negotiating skills, the ability to be your advocate, the ability to go to bat for you and get the best deal for you on a home that you found that you really want. It's a lot of money, probably the most money you're ever going to spend. You want someone with you who's going to value every one of your dollars, same way you do. And it's that way when you're selling a home as well. You want as much as you can get. I mean, let's just break it down, be honest. That's what Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, will help you with. They will help you get the maximum for your home. And they've been doing this a long time. They understand the business, and that's why they are such wonderful advocates for the people that partner with them. Now, they're in Washington and Benton counties. They're in Branson. They're in Fort Smith. And you can always log on to WeichertGriffin.com.
Just so you know, and we've talked about this from day one on the show, nobody's safe in here.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, it's Bo. What should you expect when it comes to a roof or a remodel? Here's Teamwork COO Brett Husky.
We make it easy. That's the first thing. When we looked at this, we felt like the process shouldn't be hard. And the easier we can make it for customers, the easier it makes it for us and for our people to continue to do business.
Teamwork Roofing and Construction, making it easy, and now offering financing. Log on to their website, teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality, powered by Teamwork.
Arkansas fans know that some things are just timeless, like a spring afternoon at Baum Walker or the roar you only hear at Bud Walton. Our friends at Blakeman's Fine Jewelry believe your milestone should be just as enduring as the Razorback spirit. They've spent over 35 years helping fans celebrate their big moments right here in Northwest Arkansas. Whether you're marking a graduation, an anniversary, or just a big Saturday in the SEC, let their teams help you find that perfect piece. This spring, go big, go bold, and go to Blakeman's in the heart of Pinnacle Hills.
Hey, it's Bo, and it seems like every day somebody else is asking me about the Sweatnum Edge. It's real. It's a new me. It can be a new you. It's completely changed my energy level and my exercise gains. My mind's clearer. I sleep better. Life's just more enjoyable. If you get drained in the afternoon, or maybe you just can't shake that weight, do what I did. Take the Sweatnum Edge. It's a free consultation. You get your results, and they'll give you a game plan. Just search the Sweatnum Edge or log on to SweatnumCosmetic.com.
Razorback Athletics is set to bring the excitement of Arkansas football on the road with the All-In Road Show featuring head coach Ryan Silverfield, presented by First Security Bank. This year's tour will provide a unique opportunity for fans to be part of the momentum surrounding Coach Silverfield's leadership, with stops in Fayetteville on May 12th, Little Rock on May 13th, Jonesboro on May 14th, and Frisco, Texas on May 18th. Details and tickets are available at ArkansasRazorbacks.com.
Baseball taught me teamwork, dedication, and the power of community. That's why I'm teaming up with Paschal ProPath to give back to charities that give every kid a chance to play. And right now you can pitch in. For every Paschal member signed up today through the end of May, Paschal will donate a portion of every membership to give back to youth sports. Become a member today, help give back in a big way. Pitch in with Paschal ProPath and help support kids in your community. Join today at PaschalProPath.org.
I love a day or weekend at Big Creek Country Club at Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark, and members enjoy it all. State-of-the-art practice facilities, food, beverages, a big pool and a snack and beverage bar, tennis and pickleball courts, and they can even book you an exclusive fly fishing trip. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. It's Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. It's home away from home.
There are a lot of stupid people in the world, man. I think you underestimate the number of stupid people out there.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Baseball taught me teamwork, dedication, and the power of community. That's why I'm teaming up with Pascal ProPath to give back to charities that give every kid a chance to play. And right now you can pitch in. For every Pascal member signed up today through the end of May, Pascal will donate a portion of every membership to give back to youth sports. Become a member today, help give back in a big way. Pitch in with Pascal ProPath and help support kids in your community. Join today at pascalpropath.org.
Hey, it's Bo, and I had no idea how little I knew about insurance until my man James Boyette of State Farm started telling me. For over a decade, he's been delivering real value, not just the lowest price. That means helping customers find the right coverage for their life with personalized plans that evolve as life changes. Serving all of Arkansas and Missouri. If you're looking for a true insurance partner, auto, home, life, whatever you need, go to JamesBoyett.com. Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered.
Having what they came down here for in stock on the shelf is very important. You're going to find everything that you could possibly want. I've heard customers tell me, Bo, over the years that they may be sitting around, somebody brings up some weird name whiskey, and somebody will chime in and say, well, if anybody's got it, it's going to be Macadoodles.
Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
There's nothing like a day at the ballpark.
Cold Yingling Lager, first pitch. That's how you start it right.
From the oldest brewery in America, it's smooth, balanced, and built for baseball.
But you know how it gets out there. That Arkansas sun's no joke.
That's why you bring a backup plan.
Yingling Light Lager, crisp, refreshing, and ready when the heat kicks in.
Start with lager,
switch to light lager,
and stay cool from the first pitch to the final out. Proud sponsor of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
Your favorite word, respectfully.
Yeah.
You suck.
Anytime, and I include myself in this, if the word respectfully or with all my respect comes out, somebody's
with all my respect.
Somebody's about to get it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
6:52 coming up in the 7 o'clock hour. Carly Davison joins us, infielder on the Razorback softball team, second base. She'll join us at the bottom of the hour. Kendall Rogers joins us at the bottom of the 8 o'clock hour. Baseball tonight, 5:30. Is 5:30 tonight or this afternoon? It's 6:30 in Lexington. It's 5:30 here. Is this a night game?
Maybe 5:30 this evening?
Yeah. Twilight?
Yeah.
I mean, it's...
That's into my night.
Yeah.
I typically consider 6 o'clock to be when the evening hours start.
When does the nighttime start?
Night would be like, I don't know, sometime between 7 and 8, maybe.
Because see, we have
8 o'clock in the summertime.
When we have a 6 o'clock basketball game, I mean, it's like we go on at 5:30.
Yeah.
Do you say, tonight, or do we greet you this afternoon? Now, at 5:30 in the wintertime, it's dark.
Yeah.
So you can say tonight, and everyone feels like it's tonight.
I agree with
that. But, this time of year, it's light at 5:30. It's hot. And it doesn't really feel like night.
Good day, folks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the kind of stuff I think about. But at any rate, they're going to play tonight. And seeding at the conference tournament is what's at stake this weekend. But I really liked what Dave said about this weekend. It's about playing well. The feeling is when you talk about playing at home, wherever, whatever your concern is beyond this weekend for the Razorbacks, whether it's playing at Baum Walker, can they win a regional somewhere else? Can they sniff Omaha? It probably starts with playing well this weekend. I don't know where they're going to sit in the standings if they win 2 of 3. We don't know what everybody else is going to do. The last weekend of the regular season is always an unpredictable weekend because you think about, like, for example, and this is just the Razorbacks. There are other teams that are going through stuff that's similar. Arkansas left yesterday. Players and bus, plane, whole deal. Left yesterday to go to Lexington, play tonight. You know, they're not going to come back. They're going to go straight to the conference tournament at Hoover. I've been through this, you know, and I'm an adult. You're traveling, at least supposedly. You're going to travel for a couple of weeks. The day before, I don't know if they're thinking about playing the game. I don't know if they're thinking about going to practice, or I don't know if they're thinking about, do I have everything packed? I mean, when you're going on the road for a couple of weeks, it's a big deal. And lots of teams are doing that. And so you don't know exactly how their weekend's going to go. Are they looking ahead to the conference tournament? Are they even thinking about this weekend? And for those teams playing at home, you know, everybody's dispersing from campus. It's just a different deal. But we'll talk some more about that in the next hour. Nearly 7. Stay with us. More of the Chuck and Bo Show coming up. Hey, here's a Memorial Day sales offer you don't want to miss. Up to $14,000 off MSRP at Chevrolet of Fayetteville. Save up to $14,000 when you buy a new 2026 Chevy Silverado. But don't wait. This offer's only good during the Memorial Day sales event at Chevrolet of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park. Chevrolet of Fayetteville. Together, let's drive. Log on to ChevroletofFayetteville.com for complete details. You know, I love talking about Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, and Bo's latest selling experience is a perfect example of why. Within 5 minutes of listing his home, Bo had a showing, and just 2 days later, he had an offer. And just like my own experience with them, they took care of everything from start to finish. That's what you get when you work with a trained real estate professional. Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, has been turning houses into homes since 1978, serving Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and Branson. For more information, log on to WeicherGriffin.com. This is Chuck Barrett, and I'm so glad I chose McDonald Eye Associates for my recent cataract surgery. They took great care of me. You have to have good vision to be the voice of the Razorbacks, and I'm glad I trusted my eyes to McDonald Eye. I learned patients of all ages have a lot of options when it comes to modern surgery to reduce or even eliminate your eyeglasses. They've been taking care of patients for over 50 years, and that says a lot. So for your best vision, trust McDonald Eye. Online and same-day appointments at McDonaldEye.com.
Interviews, highlights, behind-the-scenes access, and so much more. Varsity Vibe is your go-to for high school athletics in Arkansas. Learn the stories of coaches and players in our Varsity Vibe podcast. See the biggest plays and the best performances highlighted on our social media platforms. And if newsletters are more your style, we've got that too. High school sports at your fingertips. Varsity Vibe, elevating the game.
Hold on, guys. I'm on Chuck and Bo Show. Hold on.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Arkansas fans know that some things are just timeless, like a spring afternoon at Baum Walker or the roar you only hear at Bud Walton. Our friends at Blakeman's Fine Jewelry believe your milestone should be just as enduring as the Razorback spirit. They've spent over 35 years helping fans celebrate their big moments right here in Northwest Arkansas. Whether you're marking a graduation, an anniversary, or just a big Saturday in the SEC, let their teams help you find that perfect piece. This spring, go big, go bold, and go to Blakeman's in the heart of Pinnacle Hills.
We talk a lot about Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because our experience has been great. And Bo, you're going through it again right now.
For the second time. My son's a first-time home buyer. Him and his wife got a beautiful home. And for me, I just turned it over to them. They gave me a few things to sign, and it took all the work off my plate. And I just sit back and watch it happen.
That's what happens when you deal with a trained real estate professional. And that's what they are at Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can log on to WeicherGriffin.com BlakeGriffin.com.
At First Security Bank, banking isn't one size fits all. It's personal because everyone's financial journey looks a little different. From managing day-to-day spending, running a small business, to helping your kids learn more smart money habits, or taking that big step toward buying a home. At First Security, you get the services you expect, the technology you need, and the real support of local people who live here, know the community, and take the time to understand what you're trying to accomplish. Life moves fast, and having a bank that moves with you makes a difference. Whether you prefer stopping by a branch, banking on the app, or picking up the phone to talk with someone who actually knows your name, First Security is there. They offer smart tools like mobile banking, bill pay, and mobile check deposit, along with thoughtful solutions like flex banking for kids, checking built for small businesses, and local mortgage lenders who guide you through the home buying process. Choose the power of personal. Bank better at First Security. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Previously heard on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Today's a big day. I just learned something I literally have wondered.
2 days in a row.
My entire life.
We've had some pretty big learnings here.
We get to the bottom of the questions that, people want answers to here on this show. And all my life I've wondered, why is it Hardee's one place and Carl's Jr. in another? What's the dividing line? I know some people have...
You're not alone.
I know some people ponder more weighty questions than that. But that's the sort of question I ponder. Why is it Hardee's in one spot and Carl's Jr. in another? Well, I, of course, said it out loud during the break, and our boy here, Bart, gets to the bottom of it. What's the story, Bart?
So excited.
I am.
That's awesome.
So, Carl's Jr. is the elder company. It was founded on the back end of a Carl's
on the back of a pickup.
A Carl's drive-in restaurant. That's why this is Carl's Jr.
Ah, well, that explains everything.
Yeah.
And
it's like the son of the drive-through restaurant.
Yeah, and so Carl's Jr. started. That was on the West Coast in California, and then Hardee's opened on the East Coast. In 1997, Carl's acquired Hardee's for a paltry $327 million. And there is a dividing line.
Well, why is there a Carl's Jr. in Tulsa?
Because Oklahoma is Carl's country.
That's what everybody wants to know.
Oklahoma's Carl's country. The dividing line is more of a diagonal across the United States. Montana, Wyoming, the Dakotas, Kansas, down to Arkansas, Louisiana. That's Hardee's country, and east is Hardee's country.
Okay.
West of that is Carl's Jr. territory.
I'm not the only one who's wondering.
The Chuck and Bo Show on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
What is it with you and the Lobos? Let's just get to the bottom of it. What is it with you and the Lobos?
I like the Lobos, man. New Mexico's a cool place.
Man.
Okay, man.
New Mexico's a cool place.
Go get him, man.
This sounds like a hippie in a
Yeah.
Dude, I just like it, man.
Hey, man.
I just, I smoke a little bit and I just drive around and like it. I like the Lobos, man. Like,
It's the land of enchantment.
Land of enchantment.
It's the Lobos,
The
man.
Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink the smoke.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
At my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "What's heard on the Chuck and Bo Show?"
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
That really is a good-looking bobblehead of Vahiva Loy over there. We've been talking during the week about how Edward's been looking for one of these bobblehead dolls. He had issues at the ballpark Saturday. I mean, a big argument ensued. I don't know exactly what happened. I just know he didn't have a bobblehead when he got home. And so, at any rate, his task this week has been to get a Vahiva Loy bobblehead doll. Well, they've been selling them on eBay for like $200, something like that. Edward didn't want any part of that. So yesterday, the show ends, and I walk out, out the door to my truck, as I always do, and Walked out, and I hear Chuck. And I look over, and the guy's getting out of his truck. And, my first thought is, uh-oh. But it was okay. And, uh-oh. What's about to happen here? But he was holding a bobblehead. Yes. He was holding the Vahiva Aloy bobblehead, and so he got one and free. And, I mean, it was a really nice deal.
The Staggs family has provided the bobblehead for Edward. Thank you for putting up with Chuck and Bo on a daily basis. Staggs family. They heard my cry.
Well, they did. They did. And thank the Skaggs family.
That's
and
right. Thank you very much. Sincerely.
I told
that
you.
Is incredibly generous.
I said, we'll just talk about it enough. Somebody bring you one of those.
Yeah,
you were right. You have to buy one.
I mean, we brought it up on Monday, and it was here by Wednesday.
Yeah. I mean, that's how people are. It's National Decency Day.
It is.
And that happened on National Decency Day Eve.
On the eve of.
So, I mean, it was destined to happen. And
I do want to check in on the auction that we were tracking.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, you should like taunt him,
Yeah.
Send him a text or something, taunt him.
I got this.
Send him
for
a picture.
free.
Yeah.
$185. It ended yesterday. $185, and then another one sold. Just buy it now for $225.
So how much are you going to sell that one for?
I will never sell it. It has no price.
Yeah. Well, we're glad all of you are here. It's a nice morning. Had the All-In Road Show in Little Rock last night, going to Jonesboro tonight. Had a good crowd in Little Rock last night. And, I just find myself when we go to these things, I want the Razorbacks to be good in football. And I mean this sincerely. For all the people that come to these things, I mean, they want it. You can hear it in the tone of their voice when they ask the coach questions, and you want it for them. You want it for all the fans, and hope someday it happens. But I know that last night it was fun to be there, and it'll be fun tonight in Jonesboro too, and then in Frisco, Texas, down at the Star on Monday. NBA Combine's continuing. We're going to talk about that in this hour. We've been talking about the college football playoff. There's some new developments there, perhaps. Carly Davison with the Razorback softball team is going to join us at the bottom of the hour. They're getting ready to open regional play tomorrow afternoon against the Fordham Rams. So we'll get her thoughts on exactly what's what that may play out, or how that may play out. And the PGA Championship is already underway.
It is.
Bart's
Eastern
been
time
watching, and give us an early update.
Bart, golf guy.
Yeah, give us an early update on the PGA Championship.
Yeah, well, there are, 7 guys currently tied for the lead at 1 under early. You will have heard of maybe one of them, Cam Smith. But I mean, it's early. The tournament is in its infancy.
Is Cam Smith one of those live guys?
Yeah, he is.
I almost forgot about it.
Well,
he's one of those guys that
That'll
was
happen.
a big. I mean, he was like winning tournaments, pretty
Yeah.
big star. Went over there, and you just don't hear from him much.
That-
I mean, he's rich.
Yeah, I guess.
But he was rich before.
That's right.
He's rich before.
He had a rich life before,
Yeah.
and now, I'm not sure that's the case.
So,
but anyway, a lot of guys tied for the early lead at 1 under. The course seems to be fighting back a little bit. We'll see how that progresses.
Well, the one thing
It's
about
very early.
The one thing about the PGA, and you brought this up yesterday, it seems as though lots of times that's where the guy that you've never heard of wins a major championship. Like before, it always happened in the fall. It was the last tournament or the last of the major championships, and it was almost like an afterthought. I don't know. Maybe we'll see a trend over the next few years that, given their change in schedule, it's a little more prominent, and the bigger names win it. I don't know.
That's been the case recently, Chuck. We've had bigger names winning the tournament, whether it's, Scotty Scheffler, Xander Schauffele, Brooks Koepka, I think are the last 3 winners of the event. So that it seems like it might be trending that way. There are a lot of really good golfers now. I would say more than there have been in a very long time. I'm talking about like elite level players, and that makes the majors a little bit more fun to watch, because you've got big names in the mix every time.
I want to get back to this college football playoff stuff we were talking about in the first hour, about an hour ago, as a matter of fact. The SEC meetings will begin in Sandestin, right after Memorial Day, which is coming up. The college football playoff, you cannot have a gathering of anyone involved in college sports right now without the college football playoff coming up. Is it going to be 16 teams? Is it going to be 24 teams? The conferences and maybe some others, I'm not going to say they're ganging up on the SEC because it's hard to gang up on the SEC and ESPN. I mean, that's a pretty formidable duo. But it looks like everybody else is in on 24 teams, and the SEC and ESPN are stuck on 16. Now, the ACC, yesterday, Jim Phillips, the commissioner of the conference, was asked about 16 or 24. And here's what he had to say.
We spent a lot of time on this, and I had some thoughts coming into the week about my position on the playoff, but it was important to hear from the coaches and the ADs, their thoughts, and there's alignment there. And at the end of the day, we have a playoff. It's grown from 2 to 4 to 12, but we still have a playoff that does not provide access to all of those that I think a lot of us feel could genuinely win a national championship.
Well, see, that's the part where he loses me, because the idea that expanding it to 24 teams gives that 21st ranked team that's going to make a run for the national title an opportunity to be in. This is not basketball, and it doesn't really happen as much in basketball. That is not going to happen. That's a weak argument. Just come out and, don't insult our intelligence. I mean, this is about money, number one. It's about we want our conference back in the game, but more than anything, we want to crack the SEC and ESPN because, Bart, they're the ones that are holding fast at 16 teams. You, of course, have gotten to the bottom of it. Why they want it that way, why ESPN wants it that way, because it costs ESPN money, or at least there's the potential for others to make money off the college football playoff if it expands beyond 14 teams.
Yeah,
is the legal cutoff.
Right.
So there are just a lot of things to consider there.
There are. So basically, ESPN only holds the rights to the college football playoff if it stays where it is or expands to 14 teams. Once you get beyond 14 teams, ESPN no longer holds exclusive rights to the playoff, according to reports. So even if it went to 16 teams, there's an extra game there that somebody else could swoop in and bid on. If it goes to 24, there's a lot of extra inventory that somebody else could swoop in and bid on. And that would likely happen.
And they will.
And they absolutely will. And ESPN's stranglehold on the college football playoff is gone all of a sudden. And ESPN loses power in this whole conversation. Now, this is going on side by side with an effort to change the TV Broadcast Rights Act, which would pool or allow, I should say, it wouldn't necessarily do it, but it would allow for the pooling of media rights, talking about SEC, ACC, Big Ten, like it's all one big pool. And anybody can get involved with broadcasting those games. So some interesting things going on that will continue to kind of percolate in the background over the next week or two or three as we move into the summer, move into SEC meetings, as other conferences have their meetings, and as the college football playoff tries to their committee, their executives try to figure out what's going to happen.
Edward, what did Mario Cristobal have to say about this?
He's not in favor. Would you like to listen?
Yeah. What does it say?
Just move everything up. That's all. Just finish as early as possible in January so that there's time for you to put together a team. Like, we don't complain about being able to have an opportunity to play in a game, of that caliber. But, man, the portal had already been sucked dry, and you had to scramble to figure out which one of your guys are going in and what's actually left out there that you're willing to go after while still trying to, hold together for that final game. So, yeah, just move everything up. That's all. Have one bye week and let's roll. I'm not for the 2014 thing. I think that's just a lot. Like, why play a regular season then,
Now, it should be pointed out that the first clip was the ACC commissioner, and Miami's in the ACC.
Yeah.
So that is, that's one of the head coaches within the league that is in stark disagreement with his commissioner. And I just have to ask, as you listen to those two sound bites, who do you trust more to handle college football? And I'm not saying Mario Cristobal is the end-all, be-all. He's not. But you've got the commissioner of the ACC who he sounds like a commissioner. I don't know how.
He sounds like a businessman.
Yeah, well, he doesn't even sound like a businessman. He sounds kind of, weaselly was the word that came to mind. And then you've got, Cristobal, again, he's not the end-all, be-all. He's not the voice of coaches, but he's right. And he clearly presents an opposing point of view, what I believe is a more common sense point of view. But by the same token, if I'm the ACC, if I'm the Big 12, if I'm the Big 10, my number one goal in life is to come after ESPN and the SEC. That's what I live for. If I'm the Big 10 or if I'm one of these television networks that wants to get in on the college football pie, that wants a piece of it. My goal every day is to be against whatever the SEC and ESPN are for.
Here's what I would say. If you're a commissioner, you better be listening to what your coaches are saying. Because if you're not, you're going to find yourself out of a job. Because a lot of this other stuff doesn't matter. But if you run afoul of your coaches, and we're talking coaches who carry some cachet, carry some weight in the sport, you're gonna lose your job. You're gonna be out of a job because you won't be doing your job. Your job is to be a steward of your league and of your coaches and of the sports that are provided by your league. And right now, there's not a single commissioner who is actually doing that. They are all failing miserably in that regard. Greg Sankey just pushed through a 9-game SEC schedule, and every single coach in the league is against it, and he did it anyway. So there's not a lot of room for error, I think, with some of these guys. They act like they're the titans of the sport, but in reality, man, I think a lot of them are walking on thin ice.
Which is the number, 16 or 24? Which is best? Where do you think it's going to settle? What do you guys think?
Well, it should stay at 12, but if it's going to expand...
it's going to expand. It's not going to stay at 12.
16 is the number. 24 is entirely too many. No, the 24th ranked team in the country doesn't have a chance in hell to win a national title.
Give me 24.
Wow.
The more the merrier.
You just said that to say the opposite of what Bart was saying there.
No, I think 16 to 24, if it's going to expand, why not just do it?
Riley, what are your thoughts?
Guess what? Sorry, go ahead, Riley. Here you go.
Did you not want to finish your thoughts first?
Well, Chuck asked for yours, so go ahead.
Quickly. Yeah, just 16 or 24. What's
16.
the number? Go ahead.
Inevitably, if they do expand from 16, you know what's going to happen here in 2 years. We're going to be talking about expanding to 24. So let's just get it over with, and let's do 24, and let's keep it that way and move forward with it if they're going to do it. If they're flirting with 24, so why not just do it now?
I want to go to a smaller number. I think 12 is too many, but
well,
16 I think is if you're bound and determined to expand it beyond where you are, and it sounds like they are, 16 is a better number than 24, I think. But if it's 24, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to boycott. I will be watching, and I guess they're smart enough to know that. 877-377-6963. 718. This is the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning. Let's just be frank. There's been some football games the last few years that have driven people to drinking.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Great people, great prices, and plenty to pick from. You get it all at Fayetteville Auto Parts. Acuras, Chevys, Hondas, Toyotas, even a collision center, all at one location. Shop new, used, and certified pre-owned. Plus, Fayetteville Auto Park has hundreds of new and pre-owned automobiles with big discounts starting at under $30,000. Shop our complete selection online at FayettevilleAutopark.com. That's FayettevilleAutopark.com.
Oakland is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oakland Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
For over 20 years, ProLand Title has been making title insurance easy for Arkansas families. Founded right here in Arkansas with over 45 offices statewide, our team of title insurance veterans will work alongside you every step of the way. They're independently owned, so their only priority is you. ProLand Title can say yes when others can't. Cheer for the pigs, close with the pros. Visit ProLandTitle.com to get a quote today.
Still searching for the perfect summer getaway? Mountain Home Arkansas might just be your answer. Wake up in the Ozark Hills. Hit the White River at sunrise. World-class fishing, hiking, trails, kayaking, and when the sun goes down, it's the kind of quiet you forgot existed. 2 lakes, one great town. All right here in the Arkansas Ozarks. Check it out at enjoymountainhome.com. Mountain Home Arkansas, where the outdoors is a way of life.
He's Chuck Barrett. He's Bo Mattingly.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Customer service is a buzzword. People just throw it out there. What is it to you?
Showing up when you say you're going to show up, returning phone calls, providing the service that you promised to provide. Because, I mean, if we're all asking to get paid for what we're doing, we need to do what we're getting paid for. And do it with a good attitude and being responsible, not only responsible to show up, but responsible to the relationship.
A relationship you can count on from Clay Maxey and the folks at Teamwork Roofing and Construction. TeamworkBuilt.com. Built on quality, powered by Teamwork. You know, fine jewelry is about more than just a beautiful piece. It's about the experience of finding it. I did that with Blakeman's. They are the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks. Blakeman's has been Northwest Arkansas's trusted destination for exceptional jewelry, providing our community with over 35 years of personalized service, world-class diamonds, and crafted custom pieces. Discover the difference of a true luxury experience at Blakeman's Fine Jewelry in Rogers. Blakeman's, where Arkansas gets engaged.
For over 20 years, ProLand Title has been making title insurance easy for Arkansas families. Founded right here in Arkansas with over 45 offices statewide, our team of title insurance veterans will work alongside you every step of the way. They're independently owned, so their only priority is you. ProLand Title can say yes when others can't. Cheer for the pigs, close with the pros. Visit ProLandTitle.com to get a quote today.
Imagine raising your family somewhere safe, welcoming, and genuinely beautiful, where the kids have room to roam, the neighbors know your name, and the weekends are spent on the golf course, the lake, or the trails. That's Big Creek Golf and Country Club in Mountain Home, Arkansas, a vibrant community with year-round events for all ages, world-class outdoor recreation, and brand-new home sites now available for families ready to put down roots. Small town, big life. Visit BigCreekGolf.com today and get more info.
Never miss a moment of the show thanks to the Chuck and Bo Show on demand, driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Stream the podcast version of the show on Spotify or Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
I'll tell you one thing, but listen, what a great show. The best sports show in the state is, no doubt, the Chuck and Bo Show. No doubt about it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Carly Davison coming up at the bottom of the hour. Talk a little bit of softball. You got everything ready for the weekend, Bart?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Shout out, Bart, softball guy.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So what do the plans include?
Well, first of all, watching the Razorbacks win.
Do you go to all the games? Do you go to all the tournament games? You like park it and stay?
It depends on the timing. It depends a little bit on how the schedule actually breaks down.
Yeah.
If Arkansas wins on Friday, they will play early. On Saturday, they'll play the first game on Saturday.
Okay.
And then they're done for the day if they win that.
Wow.
So
you're off the rest of the day.
In that situation, probably not.
You can go to the parking lot and tailgate and do all that stuff then.
Well, or visit
Go
a local
home.
establishment,
Yeah.
or go home. Yeah.
And so if they win tomorrow and they win Saturday early, they get the rest of the day off. And I mean, is it like one win away at that point?
Yeah, so it's just like a
baseball
regional.
deal?
Yeah, it's the exact same setup. It's double elimination. Arkansas plays at 4:30 on Friday against Fordham. If they win that, they play at 1 o'clock on Saturday against the winner of South Florida and Washington. And then if they win that, they play at 1 o'clock on Sunday for a chance to go to the Super Regional.
Okay. And the Super Regional, Arkansas's regional is paired opposite
the Duke Regional,
okay.
Which is Duke and Arizona are the top two seeds
All right.
over there.
And so if Arkansas wins, the winner of that regional comes here, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah,
Regardless of who wins. over
Arkansas
there.
will host all the way through because
right.
they're the number 5 seed.
I think this is the year. I think Bart's going to be perched over in Oklahoma City.
I hope so.
We're going to have a meeting when Bo gets back. If Bo ever comes back, we're going to have a meeting about what we're going to do over there. Yeah. Because I mean, Bart's going to be front and center, and people are. Listen, if they make the Women's College World Series, and they go over there and play, you mark my words, if you go, you will be a big deal. I mean, you're a big deal every day anyway. The softball people will flock. I'm just telling you. I've seen it happen with Matt Zimmerman. Yeah. All right, can I just throw it out there?
It'll be like
I've seen it happen with Z. It'll happen to you on the softball front.
It'll
It
be
will.
like Mike Irwin in Omaha. When
well, I don't know. Hey, let me tell you about WT Equipment before we bring Carly in. WT Equipment's a family-owned, locally operated dealership, and they've got 4 locations across Arkansas. Whether you're running a farm, whether you're managing a job site, whether you're taking care of your own land, whatever your situation, WT Equipment has all the tools to get it done. Trusted brands like New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and the legendary Bobcat. And they've got an expert staff, and they'll help you find exactly what you need. That's their commitment. It's a commitment to service. It's a commitment to you as a customer, and it runs deep. Just like their Arkansas roots. So if you're looking for dependable equipment and folks who treat you like family, stop by your nearest WT Equipment location or visit WTEquip.com and let's get to work.
See, this is what the Chuck and Bo Show is. You just show up and have coffee with you.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Life is better with community banking from First Security, where personal connections make a difference every day. Families get bankers who know their names, know their needs, and love to help. Businesses work with responsive lenders who make fast local decisions that help build success. And communities thrive with First Security because our team is rooted here too. Choose the power of personal. First Security. Bank better. FSbank.com, member FDIC.
Looking for tough, reliable equipment from folks who feel like neighbors? WT Equipment is a local, family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. They're Big Hog fans, just like you, and they're always ready to help you find the right equipment for your job. WT Equipment carries the brands you trust to get the work done right. Whether you need equipment, implements, or powerful Bobcat machines, the friendly team at WT Equipment is ready to help. Visit WTEquip.com.
It's the Chuck and Bo Show. We're just kind of wading through it, figuring it out with you this morning.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
For every million people, we've got 2 NFL players.
Yeah, that's really bad. Among the worst in the country.
It'd be something to speak at to an elementary class about. Doing whatever you want. Hey, listen.
We've got, 310 million people in
You could be
Arkansas?
one of the 6.
310.
You want to be one of the 6? Get started today. Push-ups. Let's go.
That's about right.
Meanwhile, Mississippi, a state with a smaller population than Arkansas, has about 14 NFL players per million people. So dug into the numbers
Less
a little bit.
competition in Arkansas if you want to grow up an NFL player.
Yeah. In the 1970s, In the 1970s, Arkansas produced 42 NFL players. In the 1980s, 44. In the 1990s, 33. In the 2000s, 32. In the 2010s, 27. And so far in this decade, which is more than half over, 12. That's the ball game right there.
Sports are part of a small town's identity, not just in Arkansas, but throughout the South, throughout our country. When you lose that, your town loses an identity, and over time you lose hope. And I realize I'm getting in some areas people don't like getting into, and I'll live with that. But I've just watched it, and it is a byproduct. And I'm going to tell you something Ryan Silverfield's doing that I like. I like the fact that he's signing in-state kids. I don't know if they're any better than the out-of-state kids. I have no idea. We'll find out when they get here. But I think it's important for high school football players in our state to feel like they can come play for the Razorbacks. I think that's important. I think it's important for towns to see that. It's part of their identity. It's part of who they are. And you never know when one of them is going to produce the next Traylon Burks or somebody like that, or Darren McFadden or someone. But you got to put yourself in a position to get those kids and to have them out there in the first place.
I appreciate you saying all that. There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at Macadoodles or at Guess Who in Bentonville. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Roger and the team are always there to help.
I love it. I've been doing this for 53 years, and one of the things I love most about it is our customers. Part of what makes me love the retail business is just the interaction with my customers.
Macadoodle, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When you're looking for tough, reliable equipment for people you trust, WT Equipment delivers. WT Equipment is a local, family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And they've built their reputation by carrying the brands you know and depend on. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, and Steel, they have the equipment and implements to get the job done right. Whether you're tackling a big job or everyday work, WT Equipment offers a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance, including compact track loaders, skid steers, excavators, and more. Their lots are packed and ready to move with special deals you don't want to miss. Bobcat is the industry leader, tough, reliable, and built to handle any job you throw at. Nobody does light construction or hay and forage better than WT Equipment. Backed by trusted service and support long after the sale. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment location today or log on to WTEquip.com. Tools you trust and people you know. The Chuck and Bo Show on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
I'd like to go to Augusta National.
I would like.
Never been.
I like how you say it better too. Augusta. It's phonetically pleasing.
I strive to be phonetic.
I know you do.
It's one of my goals every morning.
It's a good one.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
It's the talk of the town. Softball regional beginning tomorrow at Bogle Park in Fayetteville. The Razorbacks getting set to take on the Fordham Rams, and full houses, I would imagine, all weekend long. And we sure are glad to get to talk to Carly Davison this morning, middle infielder on the Razorbacks. Carly, good morning, and I would imagine for all of you, this is some kind of exciting week.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me. Yes, it's so exciting. I'm pumped. I'm like, let's just play. I don't want to practice anymore. I'm excited.
You know, when you get to this time of year, and everything's going on around the games, and you're just trying to get ready to play, how do you, and you've been through this before, but how do you kind of keep everything together and keep your focus on what you've got to do out on the field?
Yeah, for sure. It's really exciting. It's an exciting time. Like, the selection show is so fun to see who's going to be coming here, you know, how things may line up. But I think we know as a team, like, all we've got to do is focus on us and practice hard, and that's what we've been doing the last few days, just getting ourselves ready to go against Fordham tomorrow.
You've had a great year. 350 career high in RBIs as well. Lots of good players on this team. What's made you so good? What's made it all come together?
Yeah, I think it was really just building off of last year. I had some good moments. And just in this game, there's so much failure. So I think, good players are able to fail and then flip it right back around and just keep grinding. So I've just learned how to have confidence at the plate, and then also just feeding off of all my teammates. Like you said, our lineup is so stacked in so many different ways. And so it's just a really fun lineup to be a part of. Like, it doesn't fall on one person. It could be anyone's best game at any point. So I think that's been probably my favorite part of this season.
You've been so close to Oklahoma City, and I know that's the ultimate goal. What are the differences? I mean, as you approach this postseason this time, in your mind, what are the things that you've got to do to get there?
Yeah, for sure. I think this year we have that hunger from last year. Obviously, the end of last year was not what we wanted. And so it's really easy to start thinking about that and get ahead of ourselves. But I like Coach said, I know she was on here a few days ago, we've got to focus on Fordham and then just game by game, playing like we're just playing for the next day. You know what I mean?
Right.
So obviously with our eyes set on Oklahoma City, that's where I want to be. That's where everyone on the team wants to be.
Carly, I know when you're playing the game, you're focused on what's going on out on the field. But one of your biggest fans is Bart, who's part of this program. And Bart's a softball guy. Bart is a softball guy.
Shout out Bart, softball guy.
Yeah, we had Coach DJ on the other day. Bart's in the studio right now. This is a big moment for Bart. Bart, take it away.
Yeah.
Take it away.
Hey, Carly.
Shout out Bart, softball guy.
Yeah. Hey, Carly. A lot of people don't know. I don't think that, like, you had surgery in August. You missed all of fall ball, right? What was that like for you? Because you hadn't really dealt with a lot of, like, at least major injuries in your career to that point. What was dealing with that like, and coming back from that, battling through that, and getting to where you are now, where, like Chuck said a second ago, having the best year of your career offensively?
Yeah, it was really tough. I mean, going into the fall, I had some things that I really wanted to improve on from last season. And then it was just like labrum surgery. Okay. So I really had to take a step back. And obviously I think it put the game into good perspective for me going into my last season. And, with the help of my surgeon and my athletic trainer, Andrew, and just the support of my coaching staff and my teammates, the injury just went like really smoothly, and I was able to get back onto the field, honestly, really quickly. Like, I was asking every single day, like, okay, can I do this? Can I do this? I was probably a pain in their butts, but I was just really hungry to get back on the field. But also I was able just to observe my teammates. And, as I talked about earlier, there's so much failure in the game, and I could see that just from a different perspective. And I think that has really been the edge going in this season. It's just, knowing that this is just a game and that there's so many more important things in life, but also like the way that you respond to failure is probably the biggest separator in an average hitter and a good hitter.
So for fans who may not know, people who may be hearing from you for the first time this morning, you're from California, you went to Utah. How in the world did you end up at Arkansas?
Yeah, that's a very fair question. I had never been to the state of Arkansas before last year. I was like, where the heck is that? I don't even know. But yeah, like you said, I started my career at Utah, and Coach Gasso, he's the one that really recruited me to Utah. Like, he followed me to every single game in travel ball. And I was like, I don't want to go to Utah. And then that's where the Lord had me. He got me to go to Utah. I was like, okay, we had a great season my freshman year. And then Coach DJ is what we called him at the time. He left Utah after my freshman year, and it just, like, my whole world was rocked. And I ended up staying for my sophomore year, and then I was like, okay, I think it's time to look elsewhere. And within 5 minutes of going in the transfer portal, Coach Gasso called me. He was like, just say yes. And so, that's how I ended up at Arkansas. And it's really just God's hand over my life and my career. And I could not be more grateful. But like I said, I had never been to Arkansas. And now my whole family's here. So it was actually really cool. I love Arkansas so much.
What's softball like in other places? I mean, obviously at Bogle, it's just exploded. What's it like at Utah, for example?
Yeah, it's not the same. I think we had a really cool environment. My freshman year, we hosted regionals and super regionals, and I think that is what really exploded Utah softball. And now they actually have a professional team, the town where Bree is at over there. So I think it's really growing. I think it's growing everywhere, but there is no place like Bogle. I don't think anywhere could top Bogle. It's really, really awesome.
Hey, Carly, you come from a family where you've basically spent your entire life around a diamond of some sort, whether the baseball diamond or the softball diamond. Your dad played pro ball. You've got a brother who plays high school ball here in Arkansas. I'm guessing you learned to be pretty competitive pretty early on in your life, right?
Yes. I love competing at everything. I love beating my brother, and now he's better at me in most things, and it's so frustrating.
Well, Carly, it is really fun to watch you guys play, and I know that the crowds are going to be a big part of what happens this weekend. And I just wonder, as a player, what you feel on the field when that's going on, how that affects the play, and how it might affect some of the outcomes this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, our atmosphere is one of a kind, truly. Our fans are so awesome. I think what really stands out to me is when you go to another place and they have, we went to Alabama this year, and their crowd was pretty crazy. And so I more think about, what is this atmosphere doing to the opponent? Because it's awesome having people cheering you on. It's terrible when people are yelling. And our fans are really respectful. It's not the same at other places, but it's really, really awesome to have, thousands of people having your back. So, yeah, I'm really excited about that.
Sounds like you've got your biggest fan in the background there. Is that your dog?
I'm outside. It's always someone's the neighbor's dog.
Right. Hey, you've been great to join us, and can't wait to watch this weekend, and we appreciate you making a little time for us, Carly. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on.
All right, have a good day. Thank you. Carly Davison. Did you hear that dog yapping there in the background?
Just wanted to be on the radio.
Yeah, I guess that's it. All right, we got some callers on the line. You think we ought to take a call or go to a break? What do you think? And then
we've got some time.
Do we? All right. 877-377-6963. Let's start with Roger in Fayetteville. Roger, you're on the Chuck and Bo Show. Roger's gone. Is Roger there? Is
Roger is gone.
All right, how about Charlie in Camden? Let's do that then. Charlie, you're on the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes. Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I didn't hear the noise thing.
That's
I'm
okay.
sorry, I didn't know.
No, it's all right. You're good.
How you guys doing? Okay, I know we're up against the break here. I want to be real quick.
We got all the time in the world for you.
Okay, Chuck, don't lie to me like that. Don't give me that much freedom.
No. Go ahead.
We have some time for you.
Whatever you got.
Hey, I got a question for you guys. I was looking at and I know you guys have probably touched on some of this, but the combine and stuff, and with Billy and obviously Darius too. Darius, we already know what's up with him, but Malik and Billy, I did not know Malik was as short as he was. Without shoes or whatever. I know that's how they do it, but I have kind of been reading where Billy has kind of, in a way, jumped him a little bit. I wonder. I think about, with Billy, the way he plays the game, and by the way, he's an unbelievable kid too, the character and all that. But when kids are that young, Chuck, I don't know if you know of anybody, but when they're that young, they don't usually play the game the way Billy plays it. A lot of kids like that want to be in their bag. Everybody wants to be Kobe, right? I mean, Kobe, LeBron. Billy doesn't play that way. He does all the other things that some people don't necessarily focus on. And I wonder, when you're talking about a guy that's kind of late first round kind of guy, you're not going to ask him to be Kobe anyways. I mean,
well,
and I'm just going to be. Go ahead.
Well, no. What I was going to say about that, if you're Billy though, I don't know that he's moved past Malik. I think he's probably raised more eyebrows this week because he's been involved in the scrimmages, and because, just to be perfectly blunt, this week in terms of being drafted is probably more important to Billy than it would be to Malik. Yes, Billy does all those things. You're right. But he's going to, what's getting him the attention's like a step back three over Chinyalu, which happened yesterday and you probably saw it in the scrimmages.
Yeah, I did.
That's what turns you into a draft pick. I mean, that you've got to be able to score. I mean, you've got to be able to shoot to play in the NBA, and he's showing signs now.
That's true, but I want to say this. You guys think about OKC for a minute and their player development and how they got. By the way, everybody should try to steal or poach every guy that's on that staff. I would. I mean, you think about guys that are not even playing, and then they come into series and they produce. Look, these guys are not all top picks. I mean, look, and that's the thing. The only thing that I think would bring Billy back is if he's not going to be in the first round, and how much money he would make by coming back, because we all know, let's just be real, Billy deserves his money if he comes back. And same with Malik. But I agree with you on that, Chuck. I just think at that age, it's hard to find a kid that plays like that and is willing to accept his role when you're, and it's not going to be selfish, because it's hard for kids to – everybody can't be Kobe. There ain't going to be that many superstars in this draft. There'll probably be 2 or 3. That's probably the average, I guess, on each draft. But, yeah, and I think that might help him some too. And he's just a good dude too. So, anyways, y'all have a good one.
All right. Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, Billy's one you pull for. There's not any doubt about that. We kind of touched on this in the last hour. There were points in this season where you kind of felt like, man, Billy's making progress, and he's kind of talking he's playing himself into the conversation in terms of who might be drafted. But I don't know really until like maybe this week, people have really started talking about, could he be taken to the first round? I mean, could he be maybe so. I mean, who knows? That what he's doing up there this week evidently is impressing some people. 877-377-6963. It's 746. This is the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning. We're talking down to people, Bart.
I am going to talk down to people when they're wrong.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, here's a Memorial Day sales offer you don't want to miss. Up to $14,000 off MSRP at Chevrolet of Fayetteville. Save up to $14,000 when you buy a new 2026 Chevy Silverado. But don't wait. This offer's only good during the Memorial Day sales event at Chevrolet of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park. Chevrolet of Fayetteville. Together, let's drive. Log on to ChevroletofFayetteville.com for complete details.
Hey, it's Bo. What should you expect when it comes to a roof or a remodel? Here's Teamwork COO Brett Husky.
We make it easy. That's the first thing. When we looked at this, we felt like the process shouldn't be hard. And the easier we can make it for customers, the easier it makes it for us and for our people to continue to do business.
Teamwork Roofing and Construction, making it easy, and now offering financing. Log on to their website, teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality, powered by Teamwork.
There's nothing like a day at the pool.
Cold Yingling Lager, first pitch. That's how you start it right.
From the oldest brewery in America, it's smooth, balanced, and built for baseball.
But you know how it gets out there. That Arkansas sun's no joke.
That's why you bring a backup plan.
Yingling Light Lager, crisp, refreshing, and ready when the heat kicks in.
Start with lager,
switch to light lager,
and stay cool from the first pitch to the final out. Proud sponsor of the Arkansas Razorback.
DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. With Arkansas baseball, softball, and basketball seasons in full swing, there's no better place to catch all the action than Walk-On Sports Bistro. With more than 60 TVs at every location, you won't miss a single play. Enjoy mouth-watering Louisiana favorites like Po' Boys and Gumbo, plus the best burgers, draft beers, and cocktails that keep fans coming back. It's incredible food and a game day atmosphere like none other. With 5 locations across Arkansas, it's Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this. Hey, it's Bo, and I had no idea how little I knew about insurance until my man James Boyette of State Farm started telling me. For over a decade, he's been delivering real value, not just the lowest price. That means helping customers find the right coverage for their life with personalized plans that evolve as life changes. Serving all of Arkansas and Missouri. If you're looking for a true insurance partner, auto, home, life, whatever you need, go to JamesBoyett.com. I love a day or weekend at Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark. And members enjoy it all. State-of-the-art practice facilities, food, beverages, a big pool with a snack and beverage bar, tennis and pickleball courts, and they can even book you an exclusive fly fishing trip. There's no initiation fee. And for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. It's Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. It's home away from home. You're right, Chuck. You're right. You're right.
You're not wrong, Chuck.
Because
that's
we don't
all I
want
wanted to hear. That's really all I wanted to hear.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Baseball taught me teamwork, dedication, and the power of community. That's why I'm teaming up with Paschal ProPath to give back to charities that give every kid a chance to play. And right now you can pitch in. For every Paschal member signed up today through the end of May, Paschal will donate a portion of every membership to give back to youth sports. Become a member today, help give back in a big way. Pitch in with Paschal ProPath and help support kids in your community. Join today at PaschalProPath.org.
Hey, it's Bo, and I had no idea how little I knew about insurance until my man James Boyette of State Farm started telling me. For over a decade, he's been delivering real value, not just the lowest price. That means helping customers find the right coverage for their life with personalized plans that evolve as life changes. Serving all of Arkansas and Missouri. If you're looking for a true insurance partner, auto, home, life, whatever you need, go to JamesBoyett.com. Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered.
Having what they came down here for in stock on the shelf is very important. You're going to find everything that you could possibly want. I've heard customers tell me, Bo, over the years that they may be sitting around, somebody brings up some weird name whiskey, and somebody will chime in and say, well, if anybody's got it, it's going to be Macadoodles.
Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
There's nothing like a day at the ballpark.
Cold Yingling Lager, first pitch. That's how you start it right.
From the oldest brewery in America, it's smooth, balanced, and built for baseball.
But you know how it gets out there. That Arkansas sun's no joke.
That's why you bring a backup plan.
Yingling Light Lager, crisp, refreshing, and ready when the heat kicks in.
Start with lager,
switch to light lager,
and stay cool from the first pitch to the final out. Proud sponsor of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
Chuck and I have been doing radio our entire lives. We've been doing shows like this our entire lives. But I feel like we've been having these same conversations for 30 years, Chuck. And it is basically, how do we win at football?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Coming up in the 8 o'clock hour, Bart asks Claude. So we'll find out a little bit more about the college football playoff, a face-off between Bart and Claude. Roger's on the line. Roger, you're on the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. I appreciate you listening to me and hearing my point of view. I was listening earlier to your discussion about ESPN exclusive coverage of the playoffs. I'm really neutral on 16, 24, or 12 on that. But what brings what comes into my mind is that ESPN exclusive coverage could raise questions about the Anti-Sherman Trust Act, rise of a monopoly, limiting smaller networks to cover it, and even reducing viewership of hometown football games in their areas covered by other networks like ABC, CBS, NBC, YouTube, Cumulus, Learfield, getting into the business of covering those things. It's going to basically, if ESPN has their way, they're going to raise their cable rates for watching those particular games, and that's where it's going to cause lower viewership. It's Sherman Antitrust was written basically for free market distribution of goods and services, trains and coal and oil, and that's why it was written in law. And I think that it ought to be not permitted to have exclusive rights on the playoffs, whether it's 24 or 12 playoff games.
Now, let me ask you a question. I'm going to stop you just for a second. I don't principally disagree with you, but I've not heard anyone bring this up. Is this just like something you think? Have you heard, is there conversation about this, or is this just something you've noticed?
It's something that was brought to my mind listening to what you guys were talking about.
I got you.
And no, I haven't heard anybody talk about it yet, but it sounds like the reason the Sherman Antitrust Act was written, and it needs to be free competition for those items for those networks that do it. I love watching paying my cable bill and watching the Razorbacks play on NBC, CBS, and ABC because my rates aren't as high on cable viewing during that. But when I try to add the ESPN app to my cable bill, the cable bill goes skyrocketing. And that's where I'm saying that there may be fewer viewership.
Well,
of those games.
I've heard people say that ultimately what ESPN charges the carriers will lead to fewer television sets watching ESPN. I don't see any evidence of that. I just don't see it. Like, for example, if DirecTV or Cox Cable or Comcast or when they get into beefs with these networks out there, believe me, if they're in a beef with ESPN over rates and college football season's approaching, ESPN is going to win. They are going to win. And, you obviously have more knowledge about the Sherman Act than me. I'll say that right away. I don't like monopolies either, but, I don't know how this is going to work. Back with more in a bit. I love talking about Weicher Realtors, the Griffin Company, and Bo's latest selling experience is a perfect example of why. Within 5 minutes of listing his home, Bo had a showing, and just 2 days later, he had an offer. And just like my own experience with them, they took care of everything from start to finish. That's what you get when you work with a trained real estate professional. Weicher Realtors, the Griffin Company, has been turning houses into homes since 1978, serving Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and Branson. For more information, log on to WeicherGriffin.com.
Arkansas fans know that some things are just timeless, like a spring afternoon at Baum Walker or the roar you only hear at Bud Walton. Our friends at Blakeman's Fine Jewelry believe your milestone should be just as enduring as the Razorback spirit. They've spent over 35 years helping fans celebrate their big moments right here in Northwest Arkansas. Whether you're marking a graduation, an anniversary, or just a big Saturday in the SEC, let their teams help you find that perfect piece. This spring, go big, go bold, and go to Blakeman's in the heart of Pinnacle Hills.
Hey, it's Bo, and it seems like every day somebody else is asking me about the Sweatnum Edge. It's real. It's a new me. It can be a new you. It's completely changed my energy level and my exercise gains. My mind's clearer. I sleep better. Life's just more enjoyable. If you get drained in the afternoon, or maybe you just can't shake that weight, do what I did. Take the Sweatnum Edge. It's a free consultation. You get your results, and they'll give you a game plan. Just search the Sweatnum Edge or log on to SweatnumCosmetic.com.
Interviews, highlights, behind-the-scenes access, and so much more. Varsity Vibe is your go-to for high school athletics in Arkansas. Learn the stories of coaches and players in our Varsity Vibe podcast. See the biggest plays and the best performances highlighted on our social media platforms. And if newsletters are more your style, we've got that too. High school sports at your fingertips. Varsity Vibe, elevating the game.
I don't want Lane Kiffin at LSU. I want weird stuff going on.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Arkansas fans know that some things are just timeless, like a spring afternoon at Baum Walker or the roar you only hear at Bud Walton. Our friends at Blakeman's Fine Jewelry believe your milestone should be just as enduring as the Razorback spirit. They've spent over 35 years helping fans celebrate their big moments right here in Northwest Arkansas. Whether you're marking a graduation, an anniversary, or just a big Saturday in the SEC, let their teams help you find that perfect piece. This spring, go big, go bold, and go to Blakeman's in the heart of Pinnacle Hills.
We talk a lot about Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because our experience has been great. And Bo, you're going through it again right now.
For the second time. My son's a first-time home buyer. Him and his wife got a beautiful home. And for me, I just turned it over to them. They gave me a few things to sign, and it took all the work off my plate. And I just sit back and watch it happen.
That's what happens when you deal with a trained real estate professional. And that's what they are at Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can log on to WeicherGriffin.com.
At First Security Bank, banking isn't one size fits all. It's personal because everyone's financial journey looks a little different. From managing day-to-day spending, running a small business, to helping your kids learn more smart money habits, or taking that big step toward buying a home. At First Security, you get the services you expect, the technology you need, and the real support of local people who live here, know the community, and take the time to understand what you're trying to accomplish. Life moves fast, and having a bank that moves with you makes a difference. Whether you prefer stopping by a branch, banking on the app, or picking up the phone to talk with someone who actually knows your name, First Security is there. They offer smart tools like mobile banking, bill pay, and mobile check deposit, along with thoughtful solutions like flex banking for kids, checking built for small businesses, and local mortgage lenders who guide you through the home buying process. Choose the power of personal. Bank better at First Security. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You and Bart are going to be rolling around in the home.
Okay.
No, let's not get carried away.
Well, that's a great topic.
You're putting too many years on me here.
Oh, hold on, though. That's a great topic. You in a assisted living home, and you holding court, and you being pissed off at people. That's a great topic.
Bart's
What does
gonna have an
Bart
illegal
look like
pudding
at
racket.
86? What does an 86-year-old Bart look like in an assisted living home where he's in there holding court and telling people that he's going to run the place? He's going to run the place. And then, he's going to maybe get thrown out. Do people get thrown out of assisted living?
They do.
places?
They do. There are many, and I'm one of them. You've been through this with your parents, and I went through it with both my parents. You see some of the most incredible things, some of the funniest things you've ever seen in your life. And all you can do is laugh when you get in that situation. And I suspect Bart will provide a few of those moments when the time comes, and I hope I do too.
I can see it. Can you see it, Bart?
No,
You can't.
not right now.
Come on. That's way too far out for Bart. Bart did not think about that, right?
Well, yeah. I'm just talking about, you and dealing with people. And get out of my room.
Well, I mean, look, nobody wants to be invaded.
There will always be
the good
another
part is you can
shells.
say those things at that age and
People brush it
completely
off.
get away with it. I mean, completely get away with it.
Can you imagine Bart having a podcast in 86 and completely saying
The
whatever
whole
he
world's
wants?
going to hell in a
the whole-
handbasket.
whatever he wants to say. Totally, kind of like the show, but you just another level.
Yeah.
Just on another level. The Chuck and Bo Show on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
National Odometer Day. People were sending in, they were texting in their odometers, and somebody wants to know what yours is.
About 200,000 miles.
For real.
Yeah, there's some highway miles
Yeah.
out there.
But really, 200,000. What year's your vehicle?
Oh,
It's not.
I thought you were talking about me, like my body. I thought that's what we were talking
We
about.
did get into that too.
I thought you were asking how many miles was on me. I am
80
the Chevy
Dodge Dart.
Chevelle.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night, love y'all to death,
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
My Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "Let's turn on the Chuck and Bo show."
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
I don't think Bo's coming back. I don't think he's coming back.
It's probably doubtful at this point.
You know, nobody's heard from him. Nobody's, maybe a few social media posts here and there, which
Yeah,
which
I've
can
seen-
always be misleading.
I've seen a picture.
Yeah,
a photo on
yeah,
social media.
and those can be. I mean, you never really know where they are. I mean, you can do so much with photos now.
AI.
Yeah,
you know.
it didn't. It's hard to authenticate.
That's right.
But I just don't think he's coming back. I mean, when
Would you?
Well, love bug bites, man. I mean, it's you're down there in the island paradise as it is. I think he's just staying. He said something about maybe being around next week, but we'll see how it goes. But still away and no sign of return. It's National Buttermilk Biscuit Day.
It is.
We are celebrating by sending Edward to get a batch of buttermilk biscuits.
That's right.
And except for, of course, Riley, she thought it was like McMuffin Day.
I had a biscuit yesterday. I didn't want another biscuit.
All right,
today.
well, fair enough. I mean,
I like to keep it fresh.
well,
know?
yeah, well, I mean,
Keep it fresh.
We're all that way.
Keep it
What? So, like, what is it?
With the processed cheese and the.
What do you think it'll be tomorrow?
Only time will tell.
Yeah.
It's very much what I'm feeling in the moment.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
breakfast is that way. It's also National Dance Like a Chicken Day.
Yeah.
The chicken dance.
Yeah.
Bart, that's all you.
Do you guys do that at the softball game?
No.
Do you not?
No. Not. That's not usually a thing.
But you know how to do it. I mean, you're giving a demonstration as we speak.
Yeah, I've been to a lot of Oktoberfests in my youth.
He's a party guy.
Oh,
he is a party guy.
Well,
Oktoberfest.
Yeah, So you learn the chicken dance. Yeah, I got it.
They do that at Oktoberfest. They do
I
the
did not know there
chicken
was a
dance.
connection
At the one in Tulsa, it's a big
they
thing.
really?
Oh yeah, it's a huge thing.
Wow. I guess I've missed out on that.
Yeah, you certainly have. They also give you really big beers. It's great.
Damn right you missed out. Sorry.
I mean, where the hell have you been living?
It's also National Decency Day. And Edward's got a Vaiva Aloy bobblehead doll that he received on National Decency Day Eve from a listener. Right. He didn't have to pay $200 for it, so we're pretty happy about that.
Good
But we got breakfast on the way. We've been talking about the college football playoff. Everybody's ganging up on the poor old SEC and ESPN. They're just ganging up on them, trying to turn this thing into a 24-team fiasco, a free-for-all, if you will.
Yeah.
And the sensible people are saying that's just too many. But it looks like the non-sensibles may win this one. I don't know. But it's going to expand. The question's going to be 16 or 24. But here's what I really want to talk about. Here's what I've been looking forward to, really, since the program began. Bart and Claude. I'm not going to call it a face-off, but I'm going to be truthful that if it's what Bart says or what Claude says, I don't really know which way to go. I mean, Claude has his faults. And
I just discovered one. So,
all right.
So bear
Take it away.
Well, no,
You've been talking about the football playoff.
Bear with me
Bart,
for a second.
Claude, right?
Bear with me for a second,
Claude
because
screwing it up?
I'm gonna have to recalibrate here.
Well,
because I just noticed that Claude has. I asked Claude to project the college football playoff for the next decade. As in the current format for this year,
12 teams?
and then in a 24-team playoff starting next year, what that looks
is a
like.
complicated question for Claude.
Well, it shouldn't be. However,
You
Claude,
spelled that out in great detail.
I
though.
did.
Read it verbatim. What's your question?
Well, I can't get. That's too far
okay.
to scroll back up.
I'm sorry.
But I've noticed a problem, and I'll just read this. I'm going to recalibrate, but I'll just read the 2026 college football playoff field, and you tell me where there's a glaring problem.
Okay.
Number 1 seed Ohio State, 2 Oregon, 3 Notre Dame, 4 Texas, 5 Georgia, 6 Indiana, 7 Alabama, 8 Penn State, 9 LSU, 10 Tennessee, 11 A&M, 12 Michigan. What's the problem?
Is that all SEC Big Ten?
And Notre Dame.
And Notre Dame.
There is no Big 12 team. There is no ACC team. There is no Group of 6 team.
Wow. Maybe that's why they wanted to go to 24.
So I'm saying you need to make sure there are automatic qualifiers. You left out the champions of the Big 12, ACC, and the highest ranked Group of 6 team.
Is that how you're typing it in?
That's literally what I'm
you're
typing
sending
in,
to Claude. Yes. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm losing a lot of confidence in Claude.
Yeah.
I think it's all a ruse.
Well, I mean, I certainly think
a hoax. It's a hoax. Claude's a hoax.
So now it's fixing the bracket, and so here momentarily we will have
so it's projecting a 12-team bracket for this coming season, right?
Without any Big 12
right.
or ACC.
But you've also, in your own way, asked it what's going to happen if they expand the playoff as you expect them to, and then project it out over the next 10 years.
That's right.
Well, that's a lot to ask.
Yeah, but it
is AI.
It's doing what it's supposed to. It says it's currently locking in automatic qualifiers.
Yeah.
Seeding all teams properly. These are live updates.
Wow.
Fixing the
this
bracket
is happening
structure
as we speak, huh?
Yeah. This is
Man,
is
you
a
gotta
real
love
thing.
live radio.
Yeah, isn't it great? Isn't it great? AI, ladies and gentlemen. AI. They're coming for your jobs that they cannot do at all.
Claude's not taking my job.
Claude's not taking
and
anybody's
Claude's not
job.
taking your job. He's not taking anybody's job.
Like this is.
He didn't even know there were automatic qualifiers for the college football playoff. He is not going to take our job.
Claude is stupid.
Well, I don't know if I'd go that far. Has Claude come up with an answer yet? He's killing our segment.
Yeah, I know. He's working on it. Let's see what he. I'm just taking a peek to see if he got anything right earlier. No, he didn't.
Claude's running our segment.
Claude is ruining.
We
our
had
segment.
this all planned. Everything was good, and then Claude's got to update it because you had to tell Claude he was wrong.
That's right.
It's
which happens often.
Yeah, but I mean, you guys go back and forth, and it's like the problem is you're quick. Like when someone says something to you, you immediately disagree with it and pounce on them. I mean, you don't even hesitate.
Well,
Claude's got to recalculate. He's got to recalibrate. He's got to think about it. You got to have that little circle go around for quite some time, and then finally comes up with an answer. Has he got an answer yet?
Nope, still working.
I've stalled about as long as I can stall.
I know.
I can't do this forever.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna have to be we're gonna have to maybe do.
I mean, we got Edward off getting breakfast.
Yeah, and Edward just sent a text that is very concerning. He says, "I can't get back in," and he sent a picture. There's a truck blocking the driveway.
Yeah, we got major construction going on. It's all falling apart here at the top of the 8 o'clock hour.
What is going on?
Claude's taking his own sweet time. Edward can't get back in the parking lot.
Our text line just went down.
Something's going on.
I don't know.
Did somebody cut a line downstairs?
Look, anything is possible.
We're in a construction zone.
If you want your voice heard, you're gonna have to call. You're gonna have to call 877-377-6963.
Really, the text line's down.
Everything's
down.
It actually is down.
Are the phone lines working?
Claude just finished though.
All right.
So,
give us a Claude update.
Yeah.
Whenever it's convenient.
Yeah, whenever it's convenient for Claude. So in 2026, he has Ohio State beating Notre Dame to win the national title.
This coming year?
This coming
that'll
season.
Be fun.
First team of the 24-team playoff in 2027. He has Georgia beating Ohio State.
This is not original stuff.
Arkansas did not make the playoff there.
And that's in with how many teams?
24.
Okay.
2028, Texas over LSU.
Wow.
That's
in a 24-team playoff?
Yeah, that's interesting.
Arkansas in that?
No. 2029, Notre Dame over Georgia. Still no Razorbacks. South Carolina is making a run a couple of years here to make the playoff. In 2030, Georgia over Texas A&M. Get your bets in now, folks. In 31, Ohio State over Texas. I'm seeing
seriously, is every projection you've just read, is there an SEC team at every one of them? It sounds like it's Ohio State and either Notre Dame or an SEC team.
In 2032, LSU over Georgia. So in some cases, it's multiple SEC
LSU
teams.
and Georgia playing, is that twice?
Yeah, I believe so. A&M over Ohio State. I'm really looking to see if
any of that.
I'm really looking to see if Arkansas makes any of these, and it's not looking good. Georgia over LSU. Still no Razorbacks. And in 2035, Ohio State over Texas. Still no Razorbacks.
Yeah.
So no. Yeah.
To use one of your phrases, Bart, I think Claude's full of crap.
Yeah.
I'm just going to throw that out there.
I tend to agree.
Edward, what's going on outside?
Everything.
I mean, what's the deal?
Everything in the world is happening.
You look
downstairs
shaken
right now.
Yeah, I mean, you look shaken.
I mean, well, first of all, everyone's trying to get to work, so maneuvering to McDonald's and back through the stoplight.
It's only like 300 yards.
Right. It would have been quicker if I jogged, lightly jogged. So I go to turn back into the parking lot.
Jogging's the word you're looking for.
Yes.
It's a soft J. Soft J.
Go ahead with your story.
Anyways, so I get back in the turning lane to come back in here, which is difficult in and of itself because of the traffic on College Avenue. And there's a giant semi-truck blocking the entire parking lot.
Really?
In the parking lot.
So how'd you get back in?
But it's like we in the studios next to a glass company.
Glass.
Glass.
Uh-huh.
And it's like an open, I don't even know how to describe the truck, but it's massive.
They got glass in the back.
I just snuck right through.
Did you really?
I almost got hit by a forklift that was backing up.
Huh.
But it was a sneaky maneuver.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could hear the stomachs rumbling upstairs.
Well, I mean, we're glad that you were thinking about that,
Yeah.
but you sent that picture that said I can't get in, and we've been hearing stuff going on.
Well, I heard, yeah.
We've been hearing a lot of movement going on.
Well,
downstairs.
it's not only the
You can
glass
just tell
company
there's stuff
receiving a
going on.
massive delivery of glass items,
Yeah.
but there's also some kind of renovation company with a large truck and trailer downstairs as well, doing
to this
who
building.
knows what
To this building.
to this building,
Okay.
directly beneath where we sit.
I know. We could hear them earlier. I don't know if they were sanding the floor
There's
or
just
what
a
exactly
lot
they were doing.
going on.
Stripping the floor.
Sanding the floor.
Yeah, stripping the
I
floor.
do have
Sanding the
good
walls.
news. The text line's back up.
Oh, well, that is good news.
Well, I did hear about the text line and Claude taking its sweet time, so I thought I'd send that picture as something to
Claude is
to mention to kill time.
We're not going to be able to rely on Claude. Claude's unreliable. We got to find
Claude's
a
a
different.
fraud.
We got to find a different service. Is Ask Jeeves still operational? Do they still have Ask Jeeves? You guys remember that?
I think it's shut down now.
Did it really?
I think it is.
Used to you could you just go Ask Jeeves.
It turned into
How
ask.com.
about this? After 30 years of answering the world's questions, Ask officially closed on May 1st, 2026.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
just
wow.
missed it.
Ask Jeeves just closed down.
This was
just
headline
missed
news 2 weeks ago.
Wow, I didn't know. I was just
The end of
I
Ask
just thought of
Jeeves.
it.
It ends with, I'm on the website right now, and it's just this message, and it ends with, Jeeves' spirit endures.
Wow. I get
It's
it.
poignant.
Yeah,
That's
is.
awesome.
All right. Well, we're going to hit a break. How about that? We're going to reconvene, recoup, see if maybe we can do better. It's 817, 877-377-6963. That's the number that'll get you into the program. This is the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
We're full service here. We're like the concierge of sports talk radio.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oakland is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oakland Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Great people, great prices, and plenty to pick from. You get it all at Fayetteville Auto Parts. Acuras, Chevys, Hondas, Toyotas, even a collision center. All all at one location. Shop new, used, and certified pre-owned. Plus, Fayetteville Auto Park has hundreds of new and pre-owned automobiles with big discounts starting at under $30,000. Shop our complete selection online at FayettevilleAutopark.com. That's FayettevilleAutopark.com. This is Chuck Barrett, and I'm so glad I chose McDonald Eye Associates for my recent cataract surgery. They took great care of me. You have to have good vision to be the voice of the Razorbacks, and I'm glad I trusted my eyes to McDonald Eye. I learned patients of all ages have a lot of options when it comes to modern surgery to reduce or even eliminate your eyeglasses. They've been taking care of patients for over 50 years, and that says a lot. So for your best vision, trust McDonald Eye. Online and same-day appointments at McDonaldEye.com.
Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered.
Having what they came down here for in stock on the shelf is very important. You're going to find everything that you could possibly want. I've heard customers tell me, Bo, over the years that they may be sitting around, somebody brings up some weird name whiskey, and somebody will chime in and say, well, if anybody's got it, it's going to be Macadoodles.
Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville. Hey, I'm sorry if this makes too much sense. I am more than happy to hear where I'm off on this.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Customer service is a buzzword. People just throw it out there. What is it to you? Showing up when you say you're going to show up, returning phone calls, providing the service that you promised to provide. Because, I mean, if we're all asking to get paid for what we're doing, we need to do what we're getting paid for. And do it with a good attitude and being responsible, not only responsible to show up, but responsible to the relationship.
A relationship you can count on from Clay Maxey and the folks at Teamwork Roofing and Construction. TeamworkBuilt.com. Built on quality, powered by teamwork. You know, fine jewelry is about more than just a beautiful piece. It's about the experience of finding it. I did that with Blakeman's. They are the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks. Blakeman's has been Northwest Arkansas's trusted destination for exceptional jewelry, providing our community with over 35 years of personalized service, world-class diamonds, and crafted custom pieces. Discover the difference of a true luxury experience at Blakeman's Fine Jewelry in Rogers. Blakeman's, where Arkansas gets engaged.
For over 20 years, ProLand Title has been making title insurance easy for Arkansas families. Founded right here in Arkansas with over 45 offices statewide, our team of title insurance veterans will work alongside you every step of the way. They're independently owned, so their only priority is you. ProLand Title can say yes when others can't. Cheer for the pigs, close with the pros. Visit ProLandTitle.com to get a quote today.
Imagine raising your family somewhere safe, welcoming, and genuinely beautiful, where the kids have room to roam, the neighbors know your name, and the weekends are spent on the golf course, the lake, or the trails. That's Big Creek Golf and Country Club in Mountain Home, Arkansas, a vibrant community with year-round events for all ages, world-class outdoor recreation, and brand new home sites now available for families ready to put down roots. Small town, big life. Visit BigCreekGolf.com today and get more info.
Never miss a moment of the show thanks to the Chuck and Bo Show on Demand, driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Stream the podcast version of the show on Spotify or Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show. I mean, there are negatives that, are you can point to fairly readily. Yeah. And I don't mean that against any of them. We've all got negatives.
Let's talk about that.
I'm not going to lie.
What are they?
But I'm not going to talk about it either.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Well, I can see why buttermilk biscuits have their own day. That's really good. Thanks for getting that, Edward.
You're
just
awfully welcome.
Everything just feels better now that we've had
Life
a little
is
bit of
good.
break. Well, there's this cookie cake in the break room in there that is phenomenal. Let me just say, it's phenomenal. But on National Buttermilk Biscuit Day, we absolutely had to go that route. We've got Kendall Rogers with D1 Baseball coming up at the bottom of the hour, and we got to find out what to watch. It's brought to you by Macadoodles. They've been serving customers for 28 years with the best assortment of beer, wine, and spirits, and a level of service that really is unmatched. And it is that level of service that separates them. I mean, they walk your cart out, they load the purchases into the car, they make sure you drive away happy every time. And I'll tell you what else they have at Macadoodles. They've got a loyalty points program. Every purchase earns loyalty points. They've got over 20,000 people right now, 20,000 customers that are already taking part in that, enjoying the rewards. Competitive pricing on all products. Barrel buys are available. And Friday through Sunday, you can enjoy the tasting bar with a variety of spirits, including whiskeys. Visit Macadoodles in Bella Vista at the State Line or at Guess Who in Bentonville. Bart, what are we watching?
Well, you mentioned Kendall Rogers coming up at the bottom of the hour. Arkansas baseball back in action tonight in Lexington, this evening, late this afternoon, however you want to look at it. The game's at 5:30 Central Standard Time. I guess it's at 6:30 Eastern Time, local time. So this evening.
It's a night game.
This evening.
For them.
Yeah, this evening in Lexington. That game is on SEC Network Plus. All the games this weekend are on Plus. Friday, tomorrow's a 5:30 game. Saturday's a 1 o'clock game. Softball team in regional action this weekend. It starts tomorrow at 4:30 on ESPN Plus. Arkansas takes on Florida.
Shout out Bart, softball guy.
And then the second game in the regional, South Florida and Washington, is at 7 o'clock on ESPNU. So that's a look at what we know now. Of course, the PGA Championship.
Yeah, well, what do you think about that?
Going on all weekend. Coverage available now on ESPN Plus. Don't go there. Stay with us. Just keep tuned into the Chuck and Bo Show. Don't worry about the PGA Championship yet, but coverage all weekend on ESPN, CBS.
Don't leave us for some boring golf tournament.
Well, I mean, look, it's early. It's early in the tournament. Steven Yeager is 4 under par through 6 and has a 2-shot lead over Xander Schauffele, Cam Smith, Harris English, and some other guys you've never heard of, respectfully.
With all your respect.
Look, Steven Yeager, happy for him. He'll shoot a million. It's whatever.
You think he'll blow up? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes. Yes, that's exactly
I
what
did.
I'm
I did see that Cam Smith had an ace this morning.
Oh, is that how he got to 2 under? He had a hole in one.
Yes.
How about that?
Ace in the hole.
I didn't. Now, where's?
No, he did not.
That is the notification I received.
Uh-oh.
According to the scorecard, he did not.
Well, when did you get this notification? Let's just get to the bottom of this right now. When did you get that?
It was a while ago.
Well, and Bart's got the card.
I'm looking at the card. He's gone 3, 4, 4, 3, 3.
Maybe it's from another day.
Is there another Cam Smith in the tournament?
I don't know.
Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't Cam Smith.
Yeah, maybe it really wasn't an alert.
Maybe I'm looking. I'm looking.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
At any rate,
that's going on too. If you want to watch that.
Well,
let me spread some misinformation.
Yeah, I was
on the
gonna say,
airwaves.
You're as
Why
bad
don't
as
you?
Claude.
Yeah. Is it Claude or is it Edward?
Oh, it was Claude who sent me. Oh,
Yeah. Well, I'm just telling you, Claude's a fraud. I'm not believing in Claude at all. All right, 16 or 24 for the playoff. You know, this ESPN angle. You brought this up a little bit earlier. I didn't know this. I have to admit, I had no earthly idea that once this playoff goes past 14 teams, it's at 12 right now. And, you know, they're talking about 16 or 24. And 24 has gained a lot of momentum. But once you get past 14, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Bart, ESPN's exclusivity on the college football playoff goes away. That if it's a 24-team playoff, I don't know if they open the whole thing up for bid or if other networks have an opportunity to bid on what ESPN doesn't have already.
Yeah.
But that's the reason, at least in part, ESPN does not want a 24-team playoff.
My understanding is that ESPN only holds the rights to up to 14 teams in the playoff. Anything other than that, anything past that is open to bidding. And so Fox or whomever, NBC, CBS, whomever could come in and bid for the rights to the rest of the playoff.
Which they would.
Absolutely.
I mean, they would.
Absolutely.
I mean, something's it's gonna be 16 or 24. I think 24 is too many. All right, when we come back, we're gonna talk a little baseball. Kendall Rogers, D1 baseball, Hogs in Kentucky later today. It's 8:28. This is the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
Are we a bunch of idiots or what?
Yeah. Yes. Yes, we are. Yes.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Baseball taught me teamwork, dedication, and the power of community. That's why I'm teaming up with Pascal ProPath to give back to charities that give every kid a chance to play. And right now you can pitch in. For every Pascal member signed up today through the end of May, Pascal will donate a portion of every membership to give back to youth sports. Become a member today, help give back in a big way. Pitch in with Pascal ProPath and help support kids in your community. Join today at pascalpropath.org.
Hey, it's Bo Mattingly, and when it comes to a roof or remodel, let me recommend Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Here's Teamwork COO Brett Husky on what you can expect.
We're going to be there when we say we're going to be there. We're going to have really high-quality people that are going to be there that are extremely talented at what they do. You're going to get more than what you bargained for.
And Teamwork Roofing and Construction now offers financing. Log on to their website, teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality, powered by teamwork. There's never a good deal good enough with a bad person. Still a bad deal.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
For every million people, we've got 2 NFL players.
Yeah, that's really bad. Among the worst in the country.
It'd be something to speak at to an elementary class about doing whatever you want. Hey, listen.
We've got, what, 310 million people in
You could be one of the 6.
310.
You want to be one of the 6? Get started today. Push-ups. Let's go.
That's about right.
Meanwhile, Mississippi, a state with a smaller population than Arkansas, has about 14 NFL players per million people. So dug into the numbers
Less
a little bit.
competition in Arkansas if you want to grow up an NFL player.
Yeah. In the 1970s, Arkansas produced 42 NFL players. In the 1980s, 44. In the 1990s, 33. In the 2000s, 32. In the 2010s, 27. And so far in this decade, which is more than half over, 12. That's the ball game right there.
Sports are part of a small town's identity, not just in Arkansas, but throughout the South, throughout our country. When you lose that, your town loses an identity, and over time you lose hope. And I realize I'm getting in some areas people don't like getting into, and I'll live with that. But I've just watched it, and it is a byproduct. And I'm going to tell you something Ryan Silverfield's doing that I like. I like the fact that he's signing in-state kids. I don't know if they're any better than the out-of-state kids. I have no idea. We'll find out when they get here. But I think it's important for high school football players in our state to feel like they can come play for the Razorbacks. I think that's important. I think it's important for towns to see that. It's part of their identity. It's part of who they are. And you never know when one of them is going to produce the next Traylon Burks or somebody like that, or Darren McFadden or someone. But you got to put yourself in a position to get those kids and to have them out there in the first place.
I appreciate you saying all that. There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at Macadoodles or at Guess Who in Bentonville. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Roger and the team are always there to help.
I love it. I've been doing this for 53 years, and one of the things I love most about it is our customers. Part of what makes me love the retail business is just the interaction with my customers.
Macadoodle, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
Oakland is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the Luxury Hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When you're looking for tough, reliable equipment for people you trust, WT Equipment delivers. WT Equipment is a local, family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas, and they've built their reputation by carrying the brands you know and depend on. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, and Steel, they have the equipment and implements to get the job done right. Whether you're tackling a big job or everyday work, WT Equipment offers a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance, including compact compact track loaders, skid steers, excavators, and more. Their lots are packed and ready to move with special deals you don't want to miss. Bobcat is the industry leader, tough, reliable, and built to handle any job you throw at it. Nobody does light construction or hay and forage better than WT Equipment. Backed by trusted service and support long after the sale. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment location today or log on to WTEquip.com. Tools you trust and people you know. The Chuck and Bo Show on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
I'd like to go to Augusta National.
I would like.
Never been.
I like how you say it better too. Augusta. It's phonetically pleasing.
I strive to be phonetic.
I know you do.
It's one of my goals every morning.
It's a good one.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Great moments in Razorback baseball history. I was not aware of this until Bart pointed it out a few moments ago. 20 years ago today, you remember Arkansas was playing Ole Miss. Brian Walker was at the plate, Arkansas catcher. I think it was a breaking ball. Walker acted like he'd been hit by the pitch. And the umpire said, no, you've not been hit by the pitch. And he doubled down and tripled down. I mean, he acted like he'd been beamed by a Randy Johnson fastball and that the umpire had missed the most obvious call in the history of the game. And then he struck out and he kept yelling and he finally got thrown out of the ball game. But video, of course, revealed that the pitch was nowhere close to him. I mean, it did not hit him. It really didn't even come that close. But if you're old enough to remember, that was one of the great moments in Razorback baseball history. And Hogs playing at Kentucky tonight, and we're happy to have Kendall Rogers join us on the line this morning. D1 Baseball, D1Baseball.com. Kendall, you've been doing this well. Do you remember when Brian Walker did that?
You know what's kind of funny is my kid looks at these Instagram reels, and he randomly sent that to me a week and a half ago.
Is that right?
I was like, man, this thing's 20 years old. How is it still on Instagram? But yeah, it still goes around.
It was one of the great, almost sell jobs. And it is. I mean, in the viral era, it is perfect. And it'll live forever.
I'm sure Brian, now that he's got probably multiple kids, et cetera.
Oh, yeah.
I love to hear his take on it now. I bet he would have a good laugh over it.
We may need to track Walk down. That'd be fun.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Well, let me just cut to the chase and ask you what you think of the Razorbacks. I mean, we're headed into a series with Kentucky, conference tournament, postseason. What's your take right now of Dave's team?
Yeah, I'm feeling much better about them. If you look back the last couple of weekends, obviously they pitched really well against Missouri. They pitched really well, a couple of games against Ole Miss. And then, against Oklahoma, they had to have some offense those first 2 games, but, 24 runs, first 2 games, 34 runs for the weekend. You'll really take that. So, anytime you look at a team, I'm kind of viewing this in the lens of an NCAA selection committee. When it comes to host sites, but anytime you're looking at a team at the end of the season where you're trying to slot them in the pecking order or you're trying to slot them as a potential host, you want to see a team that's finishing the season strong. They're trending the right direction, and you're looking at an Arkansas team now that's won 3 straight series. If they win Kentucky series, that's 4 straight. That puts them in a really good spot. So, in essence, I feel really good about this team right now. They're continuing to get better, which is kind of interesting. So I kind of feel like Arkansas typically is just really good the entire season. But I feel like this team is starting to kind of figure those little things out as the year goes on. I know that's probably not exactly the way that DVH wants to draw it up, but that is kind of the way it's gone. And you go into the weekend now with Arkansas trying to get back in the hosting discussion, and then Kentucky, fighting for its postseason life. I mean, Kentucky loses a series, they're probably going to need to win a game or 2 in Hoover to make the NCAA tournament.
You mentioned hosting, and for a lot of people, that is, that's one of the things that they focus on. For Arkansas to host, obviously, as you said, they've got to do well this weekend, and they can't just, in all probability anyway, show up at Hoover. Do they need some help? Do they need to be rooting against somebody else this weekend, I guess is what I'm asking.
Yeah, there's several teams they need to root against. I mean, I think if you're Arkansas, you want Kansas to go ahead and lose a series to BYU. You want West Virginia to lose a series to TCU. You want Oregon State to trip up a little bit. You want Nebraska to lose a series. I'm not saying they're behind all of those teams, but you don't know the different variables. You don't know how the RPI is going to move teams around. So the best way to solve that issue is by just all those teams that are also in the pecking order to lose. The thing that's intriguing to me about Arkansas's resume is, as I mentioned, they finished the season, regular season strong. They've got a winning road record. They're fourth in the country, and granted, there's about 3 teams that are at 12, so it's not like they're alone. But they're fourth in the country in quad one wins with 12. And the RPI, is trending up, and the league record with a series win this weekend would be, let's just assume 2 out of 3, because that's kind of what I think happens. They'd be 17 or 13 in the league. And so, again, I think if you're an SEC team like Arkansas, if you go into Hoover and let's just say you win a game or two and you've got 19 SEC wins, I think you're hosting. Like, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but the history would suggest an SEC team with 19 league wins is hosting.
Big picture, UCLA's been so good all season long. Are they the best team? Is the competition in any way suspect?
Yeah.
What's your take on them?
Yeah, I mean, 2 things. I would say UCLA is kind of a double-edged sword a little bit. I think they were by far the best team, and I'll kind of explain why I say were. When you look back when they were fully healthy, they played SEC teams in Arlington earlier this year. They run ruled A&M. They came back to beat Mississippi State, and I think they beat Tennessee pretty handily. And we all know how good, those teams, at least, A&M and Mississippi State are. And so that kind of gives you an idea how they stacked up against the SEC teams. That was when they had their Friday starter in Logan Redeman. Right now, Logan Redemann's been on the shelf. We don't know if he's coming back. And I do think that changes the dynamic a little bit for UCLA. If he's not able to pitch in the postseason, I think Georgia Tech is probably, or maybe even Georgia, maybe the best team in the country. But as of right now, it's really hard to bet against them. I mean, Oregon had them down, 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th with 2 outs. And Dean West for UCLA hits a grand slam to give them the lead and ultimately the win. This team certainly has it. I just wonder a little bit. I'm always, concerned. And I kind of think back to Arkansas a little bit, not to bring this up, but I mean, I kind of think back to the year, the Cops year, where it's like everything just kind of went Arkansas's way, right? The whole year. And UCLA is kind of the same way. And I just wonder a little bit for the Bruins, if they get into a regional, they get into a super, they get in a really kind of sticky situation they haven't been in all year long, and things just go a little sideways. And so if I'm UCLA, I like how you responded when you've been down in games. But, I mean, I would like to lose a couple of games here and there.
If you're if you're a fan of a different team, and what I'm getting to here is that it always seems as though there's one team that jumps out of the pack. Somebody gets hot. Somebody makes a run. Is there a team out there that maybe in the back of your mind you keep thinking about, I still wouldn't want to play those guys?
Yeah, I think Mississippi State is that team for me. I think even you guys, up there in Fayetteville earlier this year kind of saw glimpses. But, I mean, I think with Ryan McPherson back and healthy, they're dangerous. I mean, you look at Tomas Valencius at the front of the rotation. You got McPherson back. I think they've got some nice pieces to back in. Ben Davis is a really nice arm. Then Ace Reese is finally starting to figure things out offensively a little bit. So I think Mississippi State, for me, if there's a team kind of outside the top 10, then I'm like, hey, if they made a run and got to the finals, it wouldn't shock me. I think it would be Mississippi State.
Visiting with Kendall Rogers, D1 Baseball. What's happened with LSU?
I think it's a multitude of factors. I think they took some poor portal additions, kind of evaluations. You go back and you look at Hayden Simpson, the kid, or Braden Simpson, the kid out of High Point. If you go back and you go look at his numbers last year, they're awesome. You go look at his metrics and his average against velo over 90, it's not very good. So I think that right there is kind of a microcosm of some of the portal additions they made. It just didn't really make a ton of sense. But here's the thing, and here's the larger discussion, right? We've talked in the NCAA about, moving the transfer portal opening date back to after the College World Series or the start of the College World Series, and then have it end, I don't know, I think it's 2 weeks after the College World Series. And I think the reason why that makes sense is because I remember, and I'll go ahead and say this, I mean, I know Jay really well, so, he won't care, but I remember last year we were in Omaha, and LSU's in the CBS Finals, and I walk over there and I see Jay, and I'm like, hey, what's going on, man? And he's all stressed out. They're about to play for the national championship. And he's stressed out because You've got Chris Hakokian visiting Arkansas, A&M, Tennessee. You've got Ada Robbins visiting Texas, Texas A&M, et cetera. Meanwhile, LSU is in Omaha playing for a national championship, and they can't be there to show kids around for the portal. So what I mean by that is the portal is a tricky thing now, because if you go to Omaha and go in this deep run, you're in essence a little bit hosed, because everybody else is able to get really good visits, have a lot of kind of close time with these recruits. And so I think ultimately what happened with LSU is I think they had to start the portal too late. And as a result, they had to take some questionable portal additions. And as you all know, whether it's culturally or, on the field, sometimes things just don't mesh. And things certainly have not meshed for LSU this year.
All right, I want to get you out of here with this. Automatic balls and strikes, SEC tournament. I'm still a little confused on exactly how they're going to implement this, and I guess we'll see as we go along. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think it can work as well as it has in the big leagues?
Yeah, I mean, we'll find out, right? I mean, the only concern I have with an ABS, even in the conference tournament, is in Major League Baseball. My understanding is it's kind of a whole effort in terms of like who initiates it and things like that. The thing I don't love about it in this instance is that the players are the one initiating it. So, if you're a pitcher who's super frustrated because the guy's zone's a little all over the place, I mean, is he going to tap the top of his hat next week, 12 times a game because the umpire's on skates? And I mean, on one hand, it's like, okay, I want the umpire to get the call, right? On the other, like, do I want 14 challenges during a baseball game for the ABS system? So I think for me, what's going to be very important, like the big leagues, the turnaround time on the ABS challenge, I want to say it's like 5 or 6 seconds. Like, it's immediately on the board.
Oh, yeah.
I'm hoping the SEC has that. If they don't, I think people are going to really dislike the kind of the pause in gameplay.
I do too. Kendall, thank you so much. Always great to visit with
guys.
you. You're the best.
Thank you.
Kendall Rogers, D1 Baseball, joining us on the line. I've just got this vision. Kendall's very sought out, in terms of college baseball, and it's big time for him. I've just got this vision of him hanging out with us, and within 30 seconds, his phone ringing again, or he's calling the next show that he's going to be on, because Kendall knows it. I mean, and he's followed college baseball for a long, long time. All right, it's 8:45. This is getting away from us. 877-377-6963. This is the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
I mean, look, this is what we do. We heal the hurting. We touch the hearts. We talk about the things that matter to people.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Life is better with community banking from First Security, where personal connections make a difference every day. Families get bankers who know their names, know their needs, and love to help. Businesses work with responsive lenders who make fast local decisions that help build success. And communities thrive with First Security, because our team is rooted here too. Choose the power of personal. First Security. Bank better. FSbank.com, member FDIC.
I love talking about Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, and Bo's latest selling experience is a perfect example of why. Within 5 minutes of listing his home, Bo had a showing, and just 2 days later, he had an offer. And just like my own experience with them, they took care of everything from start to finish. That's what you get when you work with a trained real estate professional. Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, has been turning houses into homes since 1978, serving Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and Branson. For more information, log on to WeickerGriffin.com. There's nothing like a day at the ballpark.
Cold Yingling Lager, first pitch. That's how you start it right.
From the oldest brewery in America, it's smooth, balanced, and built for baseball.
But you know how it gets out there. That Arkansas sun's no joke.
That's why you bring a backup plan.
Yingling Light Lager, crisp, refreshing, and ready when the heat kicks in.
Start with lager,
switch to light lager,
and stay cool from the first pitch to the final out. Proud sponsor of the Arkansas Razorback.
DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Razorback Athletics is set to bring the excitement of Arkansas football on the road with the All-In Road Show featuring head coach Ryan Silverfield, presented by First Security Bank. This year's tour will provide a unique opportunity for fans to be part of the momentum surrounding Coach Silverfield's leadership, with stops in Fayetteville on May 12th, Little Rock on May 13th, Jonesboro on May 14th, and Frisco, Texas on May 18th. Details and tickets are available at ArkansasRazorbacks.com.
There's no better place to watch a game than Walk On Sports Bistro. With more than 60 TVs at every location, catch all the summer sports action while you cool off with mouth-watering Louisiana favorites like po' boys and gumbo, plus burgers, ice-cold draft beers, and cocktails made for hot days. Incredible food, outstanding service, and a game day atmosphere that never takes a season off. Visit one of the 5 locations across Arkansas today, including Rogers and Fayetteville. Walk On Sports Bistro. We live for this. I love a day or weekend at Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark, and members enjoy it all. State-of-the-art practice facilities, food, beverages, a big pool, and a snack and beverage bar, tennis and pickleball courts, and they can even book you an exclusive fly fishing trip. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. It's Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. It's home away from home.
Hold on, guys. I'm on the Chuck and Bo Show. Hold on.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Baseball taught me teamwork, dedication, and the power of community. That's why I'm teaming up with Pascal ProPath to give back to charities that give every kid a chance to play. And right now you can pitch in. For every Pascal member signed up today through the end of May, Pascal will donate a portion of every membership to give back to youth sports. Become a member today, help give back in a big way. Pitch in with Pascal ProPath and help support kids in your community. Join today at PascalProPath.org.
Hey, it's Bo, and I had no idea how little I knew about insurance until my man James Boyette of State Farm started telling me. For over a decade, he's been delivering real value, not just the lowest price. That means helping customers find the right coverage for their life with personalized plans that evolve as life changes. Serving all of Arkansas and Missouri. If you're looking for a true insurance partner, auto, home, life, whatever you need, go to JamesBoyett.com. Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered.
Having what they came down here for in stock on the shelf is very important. You're going to find everything that you could possibly want. I've heard customers tell me, Bo, over the years that they may be sitting around, somebody brings up some weird name whiskey, and somebody will chime in and say, well, if anybody's got it, it's going to be Macadoodles.
Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
There's nothing like a day at the ballpark.
Cold Yingling Lager, first pitch. That's how you start it right.
From the oldest brewery in America, it's smooth, balanced, and built for baseball.
But you know how it gets out there. That Arkansas sun's no joke.
That's why you bring a backup plan.
Yingling Light Lager, crisp, refreshing, and ready when the heat kicks in.
Start with lager,
switch to light lager,
and stay cool from the first pitch to the final out. Proud sponsor of the Arkansas Razorback.
D.G. Yingling & Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple. If you listen closely, you can actually hear society crumbling. If you listen closely,
you can.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Ryan Silverfield's on the road again tonight. The All-In Road Show in Little Rock last night, after Fayetteville Tuesday night, Jonesboro tonight. And this will be the third and final one this week. And then next week, we'll go to Frisco, Texas, to the Star for an event on Monday night. So we had a good event in Little Rock last night. A lot of fun, and I know it's going to be fun in Jonesboro tonight. PGA Championship underway. Xander Schauffele makes a birdie or two, and all of a sudden you're counting your money over there.
Well, shout out Bart, gambling guy.
Because
I really dislike that.
Shout out Bart, gambling guy.
Which is why we like
the
it
more you
so much.
say you dislike it, the more.
Well,
it
no,
gets played.
it's not the gambling guy part.
It's the voice.
It's the voice.
Well, now we don't want to take away from your
guy.
segment.
Gambling guy.
Yeah, thank you.
Say it again.
Gambling guy.
That's the part you don't like, isn't it?
Well,
shout out Bart.
Oh, it sounds terrible. It sounds terrible. God almighty.
Bart.
I hate that. I hate that so much.
Bart.
I really no. Make it stop.
Oh, that's awesome.
No,
Bart.
make it stop.
Bart.
Play the DJ cut, please.
Oh,
Get that out of here.
It's fun with computers.
All right, here you go. Here you go.
Shout out Bart, golf guy.
So what's happened, golf guy, gambling guy, Bart?
Bart.
Well, there's a three-way tie for the lead now at the PGA Championship early on.
Shout out Bart, basketball guy.
It's the wrong one.
Steven Yeager is 3 under alongside Cam Smith and Xander Schauffele.
Shout out Bart, Renaissance man.
Yeah. That's a good one too. But
Bart.
Bart, say, do that, play it.
Bart.
That's the best part of the
Bart.
show. Which is the best Bart?
Bart. Bart.
Oh, we gotta stop. We gotta stop.
Okay.
Stop. We're relying on Bart.
Shout out Bart, softball guy.
Yeah.
There we go. There's a real
There, now we're back to some
Bart.
sense
Bart.
of normalcy.
That's better.
For the love of God.
Riley can't even see over there.
I
He got
know,
tears in her
Riley's
eyes.
laughing so hard.
Everyone's
That is-
so tickled.
That is so well. It's funny, it's funny when you do stupid, gaggy stuff
Yeah, it
like
is.
that. I mean,
It
it's
is.
fun.
Bart.
Repeat everything you just said, Bart. I wasn't listening
yeah,
to any of
it's
it.
early. It's very early. Three-way tie for the lead. Steven Yeager, Cam Smith, and Bud Cauley now. I guess Xander bogeyed. So those three tied for the lead at 3 under, 1 shot clear of Xander Schauffele and a couple of guys you've respectfully never heard of.
Yeah.
Which is the way it goes early in the PGA Championship. There are going to be a lot of names that you've never heard of. You just got to be patient and
Vigilant.
Stay vigilant.
Stay vigilant. I do have an investment in Xander Schauffele this week.
Really?
Him and
What
Scotty
would that
Scheffler.
investment be?
So I did a dual forecast. I really liked. It's
You're a
like
meteorologist.
it's like betting an exacta in a horse race
Oh, yeah?
and boxing them.
Gambling guy.
You got my attention now, Bart.
And boxing them. So basically, I need them to come in first,
This is
second,
like an
and
exacta box.
right? In any order, first and second in any order.
Wow.
I really like both those guys this week. There's not a ton
Xander and who?
of Scotty Scheffler.
Scotty Scheffler. Okay.
There's not a ton of value in just betting Scotty Scheffler to win. I really like Xander's chances this week as well, so I put them together, and it was 53-1, something like that. So
You've got a big weekend, Ed. I mean, you got a softball
Golf guy.
regional.
yeah.
You've got a major golf championship with
guy.
major gambling implications. You got a lot going on. It calls for play that Bart thing again. That was so fun.
Shout out Bart, gambling guy.
No, just the Bart part. Bart.
Bart.
I really dislike
Bart.
her
Bart.
in so many ways.
Somebody send me that file. I'm just going to play it all
Bart.
weekend for my own amusement. All right, we're
British
back
guy's
tomorrow.
Shout
Back
out Bart,
tomorrow.
gambling guy.
We'll see how it goes. Thanks for listening. Have a great Thursday.
Baseball taught me teamwork, dedication, and the power of community. That's why I'm teaming up with Pascal ProPath to give back to charities that give every kid a chance to play. And right now you can pitch in. For every Pascal member signed up today through the end of May, Pascal will donate a portion of every membership to give back to youth sports. Become